Whoa, 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 whoa. Happy Thursday, my friends. Happy Thursday. Ghost. That, those comments there, triggered us. Yeah, I absolutely remember. And I'm glad that's, the impact, dude. It's super cool. It's great to see your name back in the chat again. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and still here. Happy Thursday, fam. How you been? How's things? Oh, nice. Well, stream's not doing anything. We're just hanging. And happy Thursday to you. We're, oh, nice. Good. Good. I do. I absolutely do. Name is very familiar, and the picture is very familiar as well. Things have been very good for me. How are things with you? How's life with you? But yeah, this way, things are good. You know, Ghost, yesterday I ran into a guy who was in a grocery store. His name was Al. Al was a badass. I heard him having a conversation with somebody around the corner, and then we happened to be walking down the same aisle together. I could hear him having the conversation. He finished it when he was in the same aisle as I. And we were, we made the eye contact, and I was like, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm doing so good. How are you? I'm like, honestly, really good, man. I honestly can't complain. And then, you know, he goes, you know, for me, it's just, how blessed am I to be able to do what we're doing here. Like, we're just alive, right? A lot of other people in a lot of other places would love to have the opportunities that we do. I said, yeah, to decide between Tombstone and Home Run Inn, we're just standing here. We kind of laughed. We had a good moment together. He went down. Then he walked up to this lady. He said, ma'am, I don't know what it is about you, but you're just glowing right now. Did you, like, win the lottery or something? You just got the biggest smile on. Then she chuckled a little bit more. No, you know, I'm just having a good day. He goes, yeah, it's a real good day. Whatever. And then he came back in the aisle. And I was like, hey, man, I love your energy. I just want to say thanks. You know, like, it's good to see other people, you know, just enjoying out there. And we introduced ourselves. Hey, how are you? He gave me his name. And that was it. Like I said, it was just more of a blessed to be around type of situation. Holy. But yeah, it's a grateful day today. Mr. Wasco, what is good, brother? Good evening to you, you beautiful human. How are you, man? How's things? Hell yeah, Ghost. That's way too kind. I really am. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad. Hey, anytime I can be there for anybody, I would love to be. He said I feel blessed every day to have the opportunities I do and to do the things I do. So yeah, glad to be able to pay it forward a little bit. And you deserve it too, brother. Wasco, yeah, I can't complain. I got a couple of interviews coming up soon, so that'll be nice. We'll see how that goes. It's been rough in the job market of things, but if that's the worst thing going on for you is you can't find a job, I mean, don't get me wrong, we gotta make money. So I sell feet pics. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I don't. I should. I got nice feet. Not that I know. I don't know how to judge a good foot from a bad one, but I think mine are fine. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe if you don't know the standards, maybe it just doesn't happen like that. Smoking Joe in the house. What's up, fam? I'll buy 3. I'm happy that, whatever I can do. No, Oh, nice. Just 3 feet. That's it. Yeah. How's my buddy Timmy B, dude? You still up there? You still hanging with my guy or what? Well, Ghost, anytime, fam. I'm glad I was able to add that light, Yeah, sweet. Thanks, Smoking. Holy Timmy B! What's good, dude? Ugh. This, my friends, Timmy B, are we still going to this concert or what, dude? I haven't heard from Jimbo. I gotta give him a call. I tried to call him like last week or 2 weeks ago, something, didn't get a hold of him. I need to call him. Check in. Oh, I'm so pumped. But yeah, Ghost, that's so fire. I try to tell my girlfriend all the time, I'm more than just good looking, There's a heart in there. No, Wasco, I think I might drive back and forth to my girlfriend's parents' house. It's only like an hour and change away, maybe. So... Oh, Ghost, man. Love you too, fam. You don't know me a single thing, brother. I'm just happy I could be there when somebody needed me to. That's really it. I mean, hey. I do try my best. Send a little peace and a little love, help people understand and come to a little coping. Sometimes it just takes a little chooch, but sometimes also no chooch necessary. Just a good bit of love, And there's no shortage of love here. I got love for days. I just needed my damn thing to come on. It did. Dude, I showed you guys this thing last week. Look at it. It says, hold on, y'all seen this thing? Oh, come on, do it. 177 hits, 78 blinkers. You gotta do blinkers, dude. You know what I'm trying to do is to get to where I'm 50%, dude. It's a hard race. We got 23 more hits left and 22. So if I just stay on pace and the next 22 hits, 22 out of the next 23, I will perfectly be 50%. That's what I need. One 1,000%, Wasco. Please, it'd be great. So you're coming to tags then? That's gonna pump me up. This is a little bit of weed. He said, no, we're out of tags. What's good, Guapo? Happy Thursday, fam. little bit of the cannabis. This is Geeked MKX. Little, what is this thing called? Luscious lychee. It's delicious, but it's very sweet. I would rather have some, raw cannabis, but I broke all of my cannabis things. Why have we listened to 3 times John's thing? I gotta unthumbs this thing up. Mad love to it. This is my vice to pay the price so I can never slice. I said do a little more soul makes everything true. Oh, please, Wasco, keep, you know what? Wrap them suckers up, dude. You could just order a new one or parts. Yeah. With SDP at checkout. Dr. Dabber. SDP. Now that I could. You're right, Guap. I could. But I could just buy some pods for this dang thing I got over here. Or I could just buy another little chillin' thing for this thing over here. But I haven't. You even should. Mm-hmm. Whoa, Dr. Danknugs. You know how much I appreciate you coming in here, fam? You're the man. Thanks, and don't worry about length. Nah, see, you can't say shit like that. Doesn't come off right, you know? More of a girth guy myself. Nah, fuck, see, you know what I mean? You just take the joke too far sometimes, but... Oh, man. What the fuck? It's another fucking John. Hold on. We gotta get way down here. Why do I... Is it like 75 John songs in a row? More normal this week. But who's normal? Trap, keep up, play. Diggity, diggity, no doubt, baby. Hoggity, doggity, rainbow trout lady. Yeah. You know, I trying to learn how to speak again. What'd you do? Did you have the sickness? Oh, jaw surgery. Oh. Oh, Dr. Danknugs, my uncle did that stuff recently. I've seen him go, you know. It's a fun process. And by fun, I mean it takes forever and they, you know. Sheesh. But once it's done, it's great. You know? So, all the best to you in that. I mean, long term, you know what's really nice is eating. Yeah. So. So worth it. I mean, my like I said, my uncle did it, and you know, he was like getting thin through the process of it because he wasn't eating proper, you know. So once he got the teeth in and he could eat steaks again, you know, or whatever he's into, steak guy. Once he could eat his meat again, he started to look a little healthier, you know. They're important. Your teeth they're important things. Brush them every day, morning and night, and do some maybe in the afternoon sometimes. Rinse after every meal. How about that? I'm not a dentist. Don't take my dental advice, but you should take that advice. That's a good one. It's not dental advice, that's life advice. Brush them. Damn, steak tacos. That sounds fire. I had Chili's. Steak taco sounds so much better. I did pull up a little bit of cannabis news, just in case we wanted to talk about anything that was not just ranting, me getting, excited about things. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Shit, Doc. That all sounds fire. I'm a breakfast guy. If you gave me one set of food, that would be it. I would be done. And Ghost, environment matters, It's like breaking any habit. You start, and then it kind of gets easier every time that you make that effort. So by starting, it means don't go buy it, The next time you're on your way to buy it, say, listen, I'm gonna chill out. There are alternatives. Are you a cannabis consumer? If not, cannabis is a good alternative, personally, if you ask me, because you can use small amounts of it. It lasts a little bit longer. I think it's a good alternative, but as far as cessation of things that are, for lack of better terminology, an addiction, one of the best treatment and therapies that I've seen in the recent past for rewiring the brain signaling has been mushrooms, and I can't wait until it comes to to every state where people can get help to overcome some things. But yeah, I think that if you live in a state where there's access to some alternative processes, and like that one's really cool because it literally does help rewire the programming of the brain. But yeah, when it is both, it stinks. It doesn't stink like, I can tell you, no matter how tough some things are to put down, we do have the cognitive strength to do it. It takes a good deal of convincing, but it takes a good deal of commitment also, and it's commitment to yourself. If you realize that what you're doing is worth it, it's easier to make the steps. And I've watched alcohol ruin many of people's livelihood in many different ways, through relationship fails, career fails, and then the ultimate of devastation, which is life loss. But once you have the perspective on it that this is something I don't want to do, it's making the commitment to yourself. And I used to preach about it too, and it can be funny to some or whatever. You think, okay, it's silly as fuck, but it's a real thing. Like, depending on why we have the tendencies to use those things to begin with, we can reprogram, because a lot of it comes from past traumas. I think that's why a lot of us use coping mechanisms, whether it's cannabis, alcohol, narcotics, fucking whatever it is, opiates, whatever it is that people are using to kind of get away from the stress of things. I think some of them can be beneficial in small doses even, but it's when they've become like impossible to stop that we don't know what the trauma is that began. Maybe you do, but it's looking in the mirror and reminding yourself that you're worth it. honestly. It's fucking hard because sometimes there's a disassociation because we only look outwardly from where what physical existence we have. And maybe I'm getting a little hippy dippy with it, but I do believe that there is something to that connection between what you are projecting outwardly and what you're accepting inward. And if you can look at yourself, well, you're projecting it outward to yourself. Hopefully you can accept what your own words are. And you know, it's okay to sit in the mirror and say, hey, listen, I got your back. I know that I've failed you in the past, and you know, I know we've made some bad decisions together, and it's okay to get a little more, like I said, spiritual with it, because sometimes breaking those habits can be a lot tougher. And I mean, you know, I don't know that there's a single person that probably comes in here who doesn't understand what it means to go through some of that shit, you know, just being addicted to. So it's not even, I hate, okay, the word addiction's fine, but like, why wouldn't we use something if there's like this, I want to escape from what's going on here. I don't blame people for using things to escape whatever it is. The only thing is realizing the ramifications for prolonged and long-term use of said things, and whatever it is, because there's a plethora of, but yeah, cessation of use of alcohol, I know it can be tough for people. Okay, I just read your last statement here, and I like I said, I think the effort is with yourself though. And if you keep like, I mean, I get into better routines, right? Like healthier routines, and it's one thing at a time. Like we can't, I always say, like, it's one of my favorite statements because it means something more, and it's tangible when you think about it. You can only eat an elephant one bite at a time, right? If the goal is to eat the elephant, and don't eat elephants, I don't think that's okay. But it's the idea of eating something so large, or getting through the process of doing something so large, where if we think about it as the whole, it becomes easier, like, to go, oh my god, that's way too much to figure out, I'd rather just fall back into the routine of it. But if it's commitments to yourself where you can reflect with your physical self, connect the thought process to the physical that we are, stand across from it and own it, and then, you know, it is saying, I'm willing to do something different. And if it's every win is a win. The time that you don't go to the liquor store, huge win. The time that you don't drink the last beer, huge win. You know, and it's not that, like, well, what's my limit there? Because, you know, if I'm going, okay, I should have another, and your brain can connect and go, you know what, we've had enough, I feel okay, we can start to change that process. But it's literally, and this is why I'm such a fan of, like, psilocybin treatment for cognitive health purposes, and I would love to see it transition into a thing. Again, I'm not a medical professional, so don't take my word for it, but I have seen some awesome results from people using small doses of a natural growing fungus and getting unbelievable cognitive, like, benefit from it, and not just short term. We're talking prolonged, multi-day, multi-week from single doses of things, which I think is very cool. Holy shit, what's good, Drum? Happy Thursday. And the thing is, like, but it's also not an issue. Like, that's your coping mechanism. How do we find healthier coping mechanisms? And for me, it's always, you know, I think the only person who knows you that well is you. That's for every one of us. Like, we are the only ones who know us. And to be honest with ourselves is you know important. Um, where if pouring out that last beer is going to put your brain in the right process, 1,000%, I guess, go for it. But if it's going to cause this FOMO kind of rebound worse feeling of like, well, I just poured that fucking beer out, and I'm in my feels because we're all having this conversation about it, whatever. And shit, you know what? I'm okay. Things are okay. I'll do better tomorrow. If we keep pushing shit off to the next day too, it can be a problem. But we all got the ability to fix everything, really. And this is why I say a lot of times, like, and it's literally one of my biggest things is, and it literally says I keep pointing at it because there's a Post-it note right there, but it says help take your health back into your own hands. And I think at a certain point, we have to understand that it is us who's going to make the difference. And if we never do, if we always give it to somebody else to do for us, then it's going to be tougher to do. And that's not a fault of anybody, right? Like, I think that's a systemic failure. And I think it's a lot of times parenting or, the influences of your life that have allowed to not take ownership. Each one of us has to take the ownership for our own things, our actions and reactions. And is it picking up the next one or putting the next one down? And sometimes, and this is what I say, like when it comes to like overeating, I'm a larger fella, and I know that I've put on excess weight here in the last year, but I could lock the forks. I could go not buy the Doritos, and I could not buy the ice cream, but there is a thing there. It's like a guilty comfort. It's a comfort, but it's and it's good is a big word. Don't is the other part of that, where and it's one step at a time. Yeah, but it's not can't. So the one thing, it's the difference, and y'all have heard me say it a lot too, like I can and I can't, right? Can as an acronym is constant and never-ending. Can I? Constant and never-ending improvements, and then can't is constant and never-ending troubles. Can I do something better, which is an improvement? I can't do something. Well, you're just going to be in constant troubles. I watch people that I'm with at the disc golf course. I can distinctly remember a time with Biz in the past where he said, "What do you mean I can't throw a flick?" And I was like, stop saying that. You can do it. You're not proficient in it. You don't practice it. And it's not comfortable for you to do, but you can do it. You're not like physically disabled to it. And 3 years later, the man throws an incredible upshot flick. So it's time, it's progress, it's willingness to commit to it and to do it. It's okay to fail at it a few times before you get good at it too. So, but I think it's worth it. Ugh. I like the natural way. I like using the old thinker, because it also it seasons you for the next trouble, So constant and never-ending improvements. Can I do something better for myself, or I can't do anything better for myself, and then sit in constant never-ending. Mad love to Johnny K. That was actually the man. He's since passed, but he was the man who introduced me to these concepts, and he taught me about can't. And then in the same breath, I said, "Can I?" And then we went nuts. We were having a great time, but incredible. He was an incredible man. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy in the brother, I mean, the thing is, like, it's also, you can, self-deprecation through this thing is a process that is Um, I think a lot of people do it where they're like, "Oh, I'm the worst. I suck at this. I'm not good at that," which is a terrible fucking thing to keep saying out loud to yourself. You're not the worst. I promise you, there's so many worse than you. And the one thing that I realized through my experiences here recently, just like I found out with my buddy Al in the grocery store aisle the other day, um, we should just be blessed to have the opportunities that we do. It's cool that we're able to sit here and have these types of conversations and try to figure out resolution to the problem, you know? And there's plenty of help out there in the world that you can go to, and there's other people who are far more versed in cognitive behavioral therapies, addiction counseling. There's plenty of avenues for you to exhaust professional help, but I think a lot of times that's just another commitment you've made to somebody else, and it's not to yourself, right? So if you're willing to pay somebody to help you fix it, which, don't get me wrong, some of us just don't have the skills, right? We don't literally know how to do the thing, but I think a lot more of us are smarter than we give ourselves credit for, or society gives you credit for, and we actually know some of the answers. The problem is we've become enslaved to some societal ways, and we've also become enslaved to some of our own personal vices. And once we break some of those chains and we gain control of ourselves, which is like our health, which is a huge one, take your health back in your hands, starts in the brain. How do I make myself think properly so that I don't think negatively and hurt myself even more? But then how do I physically do the things right after that? What am I consuming food wise, beverage wise, that isn't beneficial to me? And then how am I not using my energies properly? You know, like some of us should be probably stretching more than we do. Some of us should probably be doing more weightlifting than we do. Some of us should probably be eating better food than we do. And I think that that's probably more common of an issue than we allow ourselves to take credit for. And them poor decisions equate to many more poor decisions that we make. And it's, but one day at a time, Guapo couldn't say it any better. And even better than one day at a time, it's one decision at a time. When you make that good decision to not go to the liquor store, it's huge for your thought process. When you decide to pour that last beer out, it does huge things for your brain. I don't need this. And it becomes pour it out. Okay, then it becomes don't open it. Then it becomes leave a couple of them. Then it becomes, well, I'll have a beer every once in a while, or I'll have a drink. And we can start to slowly wean ourselves into a place of comfort also. Especially when we've used that for our crutch, But I think everything in moderation, beautiful thing. Yeah, and Ghost, it's okay too, because like there is actually make a promise to yourself. Thanks for making a promise to all of us, and we appreciate the hell out of you, and we are rooting for you, brother, no matter what. But make the promise to yourself, it makes a bigger fucking difference in the long run. You are a badass, and you can do it. The other thing is, when we have a chemical consistency in our bodies, there becomes a physical dependency that we leech onto, that can be worse when we stop using a thing. And this even happens with cannabis sometimes. People become more irritable. There's plenty of instances out there. Caffeine has the massive headache, withdrawal. Plenty of things have like these rebound shitty effects that go on. But if once you push past a lot of that, good. No, but that's the whole thing too. Like, withdrawal don't mean nothing. Brother, and listen, try your best. Thanks for promising it to me, and I'll do my best to hold you accountable too. Feel free anytime. I mean, you can. if you actually are going through some shit, fam, and you want somebody to reach out to every once in a while, you can just send me a fucking email. I'm on my damn email all the time, and we can just chat back and forth, whatever it is. But I can check in on you and shit too if you ever needed it. Don't be shy. We got a great community around here. There's a lot of people who've gone through some shit. My email is peaceloveandcope@gmail.com. Peaceloveandcope@gmail.com. And yeah, feel free. Hit me up anytime. Thanks, Squap. Appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, that goes for everybody. You know, and kudos to you, Ghost, for bringing up what you say, you know? Oh, nope, don't put the extra E. They'll take you to a different place you don't want to be. No, I don't know. I don't think I'm any better than anybody. I have gone through experience of quitting some. I don't drink much. Every once in a while I'll have a drink or two, but it does not appease me like it used to. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I almost can't even be around them without feeling grossed out. You know, there's plenty of things that like, and we just know that those things can be harmful with the long-term use, right? So just get them out of your life before they become a massive problem. But yeah, you know, I also too, and no joke, I do believe that like, the antioxidant properties and the, you know, like the glass of wine a day thing is cool, right? And if on a Friday or Saturday you have a few drinks so that you feel a little buzz, I'm okay with it. The constant pounding of drinks can be aggressive, but each person their own. I've got really good friends who drink every day, and you know, trust you me, have I tried to, you know, mention my ideas on the harm that it can cause? Yeah, because I've seen it happen to too many. I don't want to happen too long, but nah, and I think nah, I think the thing, and that's it too, is like weaning yourself off of it and slowly going through it. Yeah, and Guapo brings up the greatest points. There's you know, there are free to enter meetings all over the place, and you can literally talk with other people. But I think the one commitment that when you make to yourself is, and trust me, I've seen some people go through some wild shit and coming off of way harder stuff, right? Like the weaning process of prescription medications it's as bad of a situation that I've ever seen some people in. Brain zaps sounds terrible. Cold sweats sounds terrible, right? Like the inability to find comfort in your own skin because you are missing a chemical stimulant. And you know, so yeah.
Well, you know I even outran the hound dogs. Honey, you know I've earned your love. Sun sinking like a ship. Look at the sun sink
Yeah.
like a ship.
I mean, Guapo's nailing it.
Ain't that just like
Yeah.
a heartbeat?
And it's making those commitments to yourself. But yeah, I wish you the best in this journey, brother.
Okay,
And like I said, hit me up
everyone.
anytime.
Hi, everyone. I love you so much. Next to Gandhi.
Yeah.
Biz lives over there.
It,
Have you seen Superwog?
every failure gives you a
I
chance to
don't need
restart, I
anybody to
think.
know but
So,
myself. The food was good
yeah.
behind the gas station.
And if you, hey, listen, this is what we were saying too. You believe in you because we believe. So, if you're willing to make promises outward to us, make promises inward to yourself, and one step at a time, fam.
And make your mama happy. I went to me rancho one time earlier. Not like we used to. I can't hear most music ever anymore.
But yeah, I wish you the best, and please hit me up in email. I will happily do it. You 100% will. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Attitude's everything. Yeah. Yeah. Swap, you're a good man. Thanks for chiming in here, and everybody else who's hanging out and listening and whatever. Yeah. You got this, fam. I believe in you. I really do. And I think asking publicly for help is like one of the bigger things. You throw yourself out there and say, hey, listen, I feel like I'm failing this thing. And then let everybody else tell you, look, like everybody fails a time or two. But, you know, what do they say? People aren't measured by their failures. They're measured by their success or some shit like that. I don't know if that's the right thing. Because if you fail wrong, people will measure you right by it. But, I think I can dig where they're going with that. You know, I went through the cannabis news to see if we could talk about anything. Wow, how about it? I literally saw it. The old list, there's a lot going on in here. I started to go back through some of the old songs and add them to this. I'm trying to find a sweet spot, you know?
I hate murder. I hate war. I hate people using bombs to kill people that are poor. I hate a little. I hate a lot. I hate when people don't know what they got. I hate hate. I hate fear. I hate all the threats.
So Guap, I got I don't think you heard me say it. I got a couple interviews coming up soon. One of them is for another cannabis space, and one of them is for not the cannabis space. Yippee! Oh yeah, fair. It's wild, Ghost. It's funny. That's actually part of. So I bring up cannabis news all the time. It's like one of the biggest news right now is Texas is banning several THC products. Find out what will still be legal on July 31st. Yeah. Daddy Nugs. See? What's up, fam? Hold on. I know what I was doing. I pulled my phone out. But yeah, this is, yeah. 100% Guap. Yeah, Ghost. It's a lot. You know, that's what like we like to talk about a lot. I don't know if you've ever listened to the Two Dope Dudes. But that is me and my friend Guapo there having conversations about kind of cannabis news and culture. We talk a lot about laws and things that are coming up, but thanks, Daddy Nugs. I appreciate the hell out of it. I have worked in the industry before, so I feel like you know, I feel like I should. Oh, hell yeah, Nugs. Is it alright for me? Yeah, that cultivation or dispo. Nice. Are you able to divulge what place? You don't have to. Is it craft? Let me ask you this. Is it craft or one of the big ones? Oh, yeah. Well, then if you can, all good. Ghost, you can always send it to me in an email. I'll see if I might know a lot. I know a lot of these people too. Consider us the craft of the big dogs. All right. Do you work for? All right, hold on. If it doesn't matter. So now I'm thinking, okay, craft of the big guys. You're talking either. So Shelby, New Era, or yeah, it's got to be one of those two, right? Or Legacy also. Maybe. Oh, Legacy. Vera ISO, bingo, yeah. No, that's it. Dude, actually, you know what? It could be, but dude, Legacy, wildly enough, like right when I was exiting, Legacy made a few decent ass products, honestly. I know that they used to have a connection there, and I don't know what the falling out was or how anything happened. I don't really care. I'm too far away from the politics of it, so yeah. Daddy, how are you? Damn it, I'm just gonna call you Nugs, dude, because me calling you Daddy feels fucking weird. No offense, okay? So, Nugs, tell me, do you enjoy what you're doing? And are you growing? What part of cultivation are you in? Yeah, Ghost, you see what I'm saying? It felt weird. But listen, I'm trying to respect the man's name. Alright? My guy Nugs over here. Fuck yeah. That, you know what? That's one of my favorite things to hear. Okay. Started in Harvest, and now you are doing what? Because honestly, I've always thought cultivation would still be cool. Oh, quality and compliance. Nice. That's actually cool spots to be. That is true. Our guy John does. He works at New Era. I also used to. So I know the New Era crowd. Oh, nice, Nugs. That's fire. That's super fire. I need. Nice, bro. Love. I like that. Yeah, how long have you been there? Dude, I got so many questions. I just don't want to be annoying and ask you too damn much. I love the industry. 5 years, fam? Good for you. That's so cool. Yeah, that's so cool. I never, so like obviously I've spent all my time on the dispensing side, and man, I'm like addicted to it in a certain way. Like I said, I've got 2 interviews coming up, one for being back in the industry and one for not. There's just a thing on the distribution side of it, or on the dispensing side of it, that is like so not like cannabis culture, right? It lacks some of the heart and the passion that I could imagine might exist more regularly on the cultivation side. Granted, I'm sure you have annoying pressures from different places, because we all do, but kind of seems dope. So are you like, okay, so quality means that are you testing products? And compliance means that are you doing inspections with the inspectors, or are you just following SOPs to make sure that they're all standardized, or like everything is standardized to them and you guys are in compliance? Yes and yes. There you go. Shut the hell up, Ghost. That is wild. Dude, good for you. Because, Nugs, writing those metric manager... Okay, sweet. Writing SOPs is where, like, you can actually make a difference in some things, how it flows and how it rolls. Especially in the compliance way. Like, it's all interpretation of words. And if you're good at interpreting words in our benefit, then, you know... Nugs, I love that. And Ghost, I love that too. I bet, Nugs. I absolutely bet. Oh, hell no, Ghost. That's cool. Good for you. That's really neat. I would say, yeah, I get on ill trees every once in a while. And they might promote us every once in a while. Want me to tell you about the AI stuff? Yeah, do it. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, Guap. I love that Cole guy. The BAM. Oh, yeah, sweet. No? Support dope people. Yeah, dude, Nugs, I could talk about it for days on the dispensing end. I think it's one of the coolest things. And like, what's wild is outside of the suits, okay? That's what I call them, like the C-suite folk, and they're just playing a different game. They're just doing a different thing, right? They're all worried about titles and data analysis, which all of those C-suites could pretty much be replaced with one program. But it's all the people on the ground level doing the cool shit that, like, I've never met one person in the industry that like super sucks. I mean, there have been obvious ones that come and go that like you're like, yeah, you were never supposed to be here, but people who survive in it, there's just a different vibe there that I'm a fan of. And let me tell you what, you want somebody to get some shit done, ask any of those folks, you know? They can get some shit done, and it's because they've done so under some of the strictest limitations and regulations. They have some of the least support possible, and they're often like unobtainable goals that they get put under, at least on the front end of sales and stuff, right? Especially when companies are paying bonuses based off of sales metrics. Of course, they're going to set it outside of the limits of obtaining. And then once you meet that goal, they just push the mark just keeps getting higher and higher. But dude, Ghost, maybe I'll pick your brain sometime about some things. I've been working on some stuff, just kind of more, I use Cursor and only go IDE. Like I don't hard code shit. I'm using AI assistants for everything, but maybe, dude. We'll see what's up. I like your style. I really appreciate the hell out of it. Yeah, that's facts, Nugs. Yeah, some of the coolest people that I've met. But it takes a different type to last in the trenches for a long time, at least on the front end. They're ruthless about that. The turnover rates are unbelievable. Y'all got wild turnover rates in cultivation too, or no? Oh, really? Oh, dude. It's bad. I've worked in bars and restaurants that were able to sustain people longer than dispos are. In bars and restaurants, they're turnover jobs, right? Like, I've had busboys and hostesses last longer than a lot of bud tenders have lasted. So dude, that's literally Nugs, that's a real thing. They go through in management too, right? Like the most recent place that I worked, I made it 10 months. They burned me in 10 months. But anyway, it's because like everything is like push hard, distillate, we sleep with Cresco type things. And it gets really tough to represent the product the way that you would like to with a little bit of integrity. And I don't mind, I'm not saying anything bad against Cresco, but it's literally when the whole market is saturated by pretty much one company. Like, Jesus. Oh, Ghost. Let's do it, man. Hell yeah. Please, I hope you sent me an email, because let's connect. We'll figure some stuff out. I like the idea. Town Hi-Fi, what's good, fam? Dude, nuts. And they just came out with these laws saying that they're really gonna start cracking down on the management groups and shit. But like, we ain't seeing it. You know? I like, if anything, I see them acquiring more and more. But yeah.
Shamonda.
Hurry Cannabis, powered by New Era. Powered by Ideal. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Oh. Dude. You'll never see anything like this, Nugs. This song that we're listening to is called Undies Mask. Okay, we made this in the past because we were all recanting stories of our experiences in Illinois dispensaries, and my one buddy loves to tell the story of a guy. He walked in, he didn't have a mask on. This was during the mask days. We said, you got to have a mask, and he said, well, give me one. And we ran out for the day. It was one of those days where like you couldn't re-get supply. Like, we don't have anything. You got to go back, you know, to your car, get something, whatever, come back. He came back, no joke, with his chonies, dude. He cut the side of his chonies off, and he was wearing them around his face, his dirty same whites, dude. It was wild. And he was an older fella, but like, yeah, real story. If Drummer's still in here, she can absolutely tell you about it. Oh, it's true, Nugs. Yeah, he came in with his dirty chonies on his face, dude. And like, yeah, my boy came in the back room. And he was like, you have got to come out here and check this shit out. I said, why, what's up? He said, this dude's got his britches on his face, dog. I'm like, nah. He said, what? So like, I was a camera watcher back in the day. So I went back, watched the whole experience go down. Him walk through the door, get pissed off, go back to his car. He literally walked to his car, which was parked right on the side of the building. It was back when we didn't have a lot of parking either. Ripped the chonies on the face, right back in the door. Yeah, Aurora. Yeah. No, cause I New Era, Verilife, and it was Pharmacam before Verilife, but and an old one that used to be, it was called 3C in Naperville. But they got bought out by Rise. It's the Rise Naperville and Joliet location. Yeah, hell yeah, Ghost. That's what's up. Oh, yeah. Well, that was because they used to be like, yeah, that you guys were the company, ISO, right? Yeah, that's wild. Free Rise. Right. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Roar's a wild one. I hope, you know, but like the thing is, even I feel like, you know, there's some done dirty and some like I guess personal, whatever. But no hard feelings for me. For anybody out there, anybody who's doing it, all the best to you. Good luck to you. Um, I do wish that like in this is a lot of what Guapo and I talk about too. Is like I wish the market was a little bit more fair. I wish that they, and I'm not mad at the idea that the big cultivators have, what is it, 220,000 square feet of canopy space per license or whatever. I just don't know that 14,000 square feet for craft growers and then only giving like whatever it was, 40 licenses or 50 licenses that are out there. Previously it was 5,000 square feet and they gave 40 or 50 licenses out, which was like the equivalent of one big license, right? So the craft licenses didn't mean much. It was meh. But I wish that there was a little bit more fairness to it, I guess. Allow some of these places to shine and like let the market actually figure itself out so that the best products actually shine, right? Like Redemption Botanicals, dude, I don't know if you smoked any of their stuff. It smokes, bro. I just smoked some the other day with my boy, and 18% according to the package. Some of the most fired nugs. I forget what the hell the name of it was, but like it stinks that they're limited. Oh yeah, and dude, those are like, I don't know. I'm calming down on my smoking. I gotta chill out. I'm too many hash holes. Too many, bad Jeters, according to old Guap over here. Still love a good Jeter though, dude. I don't know what it is. Them shits are just they're different. And like, I mean, dude. I do. I fucking love them. They got some eaters out there. Piece of trash. I don't care, dude. I'm so, yeah. There's some of the best trash out there. Listen, the thing is, okay, so can we all just agree the difference is, all right, essentially, I hate turp dip joints. Drunk. Don't, be nice. I love you. All right, hold on though. Listen, kinda a shitty disty vape. I got one in my hand as we speak. Okay, so I'm not like, fuck. All right. Again, I feel like I'm getting put on blast over here. No, the reality of it is, dude, it's just. The thing is, dude. All right, well, you see, I can testify. This man did not like his experience with a Jeter. But it says the same guy who smokes nothing but fucking, what's this shit called? Rosin all day. Which, I mean, potency-wise, okay? And he takes smaller hits, but a couple dabs of some rosin. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that Jeters, they smacked it. I don't know. Fine. Listen, it's just more for me. Grain of rice size. Hey, that's fine. Whatever makes you happy. Bro, Ghost, I get high as fuck off of. This thing's got a Libra sign on the back of it. I'm not even fucking around. Look at it. Swear to God, write it on everything holy. Look at. Could you get any less manly. All right. Yesterday, my boy Al, I was telling you guys about at the grocery store. Al told me, he said, "You know who you look like?" I said, "What's that, man?" He said, "The guy from Bloodsport." And I was like, "Fuck. Hopefully you're talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme." And he was like, "I wasn't, but that's hilarious." And then we had this moment. Okay, I don't know if y'all know who Bloodsport is, but go check it out. It's the guy with the big hair and the beard, the bushy beard. And anyway, he said, "Do you ride a motorcycle?" I said, "No, I don't." He said, "Well, you should." I said, "Dude, I mean, yeah, thanks." He said, "This may be your sign to do it." It's not. I'm not going to ride a motorcycle. I smoke things called Luscious Lychee that have the damn Libra sign on the back of it. There's no shot. Low temp in the Dr. Dabber. 480. Golly. No. Wop, I met the nicest guy in a fucking grocery store. In the aisle, in the pizza aisle. We were walking down the pizza aisle together, and we happened to share a couple of moments actually. We ended up talking for like 3 to 5 minutes about how happy we are that we're alive. Life is great. I'm able to smoke Luscious Lychee Libras. Okay? Feel great. Ghost, have a wonderful night, fam. Mad love to you, brother. We'll definitely be in touch. If you send me an email, I'll hit you up. We'll definitely chat. I don't know. The right answer for you is not always the right answer for somebody else. And that's why I feel like I would love nothing more than to be able to help people interpret their journeys through the use of cannabis. And I love helping them if they like to do things for medicinal benefits, i.e. symptom relief. I'm not a medical professional, but I do love cannabis in a certain way where I like to draw the line. And for some people, it's weird. Jeeters do the trick. And for some people, only the finest of the, lowest micron, hash, rosin, whatever, you know what I mean? There's some fancy people out there who do, and that's what works for them. And then there's other people who can smoke disty pens and be perfectly fine, or dipped Jeters, or whatever, I know people that use suppositories regularly. I don't know how you know that about somebody, except for I would sell it to them. At the dispensary, obviously, that's what I'm saying. It was people using them as medicine. So that's what I'm just saying. I know people, Shit. But I'm not a snob. I choose clean medicine. That's fine. I mean, it's there is a level of if we're snobbing out, if we're scientifically snobbing out, the process with which BHO extraction happens could theoretically, because of the deteriorative properties of extraction that are the beating of and the water soaking of bubble hash making, and then the heating process, which will also degrade terpenoids off of it, that hash rosin isn't the best process, and possibly BHO is. As far as retaining the full integrity of the plant, including flavonoids and terpenoids. So, listen here. What kind of science are we using, dog? I don't know. I'm not that good. He said, smoke another Jeter. He said, boomer. Oh, dude. Listen. I can love you. All right? It don't matter. Oh. Doesn't taste like a distillate vape. I haven't tasted a distillate vape that tastes as good as the goddamn Kiwi Kush. I don't know what it is. It's flavonoids made from kiwis and Kush. Okay? I don't know the extraction process, but it's no different than fucking Distillation? Shit. Y'all, I love y'all. You're right. But that's fine. Fucking G. Ah. Hey, you guys. What's up? Mr. Organics from old Minnesota. What's up, dude? Happy Thursday. Yeah, he did call me a boomer. I'm an old soul for sure, though. Damn, you're 100%. Well, what happened? There ain't no shot we're getting the organics guy to fucking jump on our side. Frenchy dreams of hashish. Watch along. Whoa. Is that in the public forum? Are we allowed to? Organics, we're over here talking. They're hating on me because I'm not afraid to smoke a good Jeter every once in a while. Fucked up. And I didn't think I was gonna get the organics guy to jump in here and jump on my fucking Jeter train. So I'm only just bringing you up to speed so you don't have to read all the comments above. But that's what's happening right now. Handmade called expert handmade boomers, and I made a song about it. Oh, I like that. Frenchy dreams of Heshy. Yeah, it's, you know what? It's a rough life. Put yourself out there sometimes, and people will take advantage. So it's only better when it's the best of your friends, you know? They just come in here. They're not taking advantage. They are giving valid arguments that I will also volley back over with a, you know, what about BHO? Okay, so how about that, suckers? Yeah, I like my weed to taste like weed too. Oh yeah, pocket full of squares. Yes, I have heard that. And I like my weed to taste like weed too. Guys assume makes an ass out of me. But you're right. Let's go, Ghost! Happy sleeping, my friend. Way to do it. One at a time. You got this, fam. I believe in you. The whole squad does. Okay, Drum. There are some Jeters that are not flavorful ones. Okay? They don't have all... Not all of them have distillate in it. Guys are...
The original scope.
Love you guys.
He rides a laser leaf floating through the haze, grinding green wisdom through the purple blaze, draped in robes of kush, crown made of glass. He's the
I don't know if they're gonna delete me immediately.
From the ancient youth, turned up in hyperspace, vibes never fizzle. Worm of the weed, wimmy wham wham.
Some bonanza pollinated. Not bad. See, organics, that's it. I like that. Oh, a little Zope. Okay. See, the thing is, for me, I've been a big fan of exploring all different terp profiles and seeing all the different things that cannabis has to offer. I don't know that I can fall into one that I like the most. Well, I like a good orange, like a tangerine orange. I like a little bit of that gasoline and garlic, you know. If you give me some of those notes, like there's a trigger to my brain just by smelling them. But I also do like skunky, berry, you know, like some of the cushy old school, you know. But I like, I guess the notes that I'm not always the biggest fan of are the heavy, like lemony, like pine sol type hits. I will still smoke them, but those tend to be not my favorite of the terp. At least flavors.
germs headstrong with a staff of hemp and a heart that thrives.
You're the man, Ghost. Peace out, brother.
He ain't no buzzkill, he's the mystical drizzle. The storm of
All the ones I've tried were yuck. Well, there's some of them that aren't yuck. I do promise.
raise up the nozzle, hit that space hash like a cosmic gospel. Wham, wham, wazzle. We ride the fossil of ancient flame lit by whispered apostle.
Elevate.
Peace, love, and Kobe. Forever the
Well,
vine.
and Drum, you're 1,000% right. Like, I am a flavor sucker. All right, I really do. I enjoy fruity flavored shit sometimes, and I know that's not the weed, but I also enjoy the weed flavored shit. You know, I don't know. I like all of it, really. Not run into too much of it that I haven't been willing to get down with. Floral incense hash. I love that. I love that, like, yeah, that hashy stink too. That's a good one. Yeah, gas. You're never going wrong with no gas. Okay, so when people say tastes like weed, it is partially subjective, it's individual, but I do believe that most people are talking about that, like, skunky, like the skunk terpene. I believe that skunk is the one that is most closely associated with the scent of cannabis. Does everybody agree? Or is there one that everybody else thinks is more there? Oh, that's the beauty of it, organics, is that you get to switch it up every once in a while. You could switch it up every day and never get bored of it. Blueberry weed? Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's, but I don't mind sweeter weed either, though, right? Like that, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like you said, blueberry, like the berry stuff. And there's so many. Oh. What was the one? Chi-Town Hi-Fi grew a blueberry sauce that was damn tasty. Honestly, I was very impressed by it, flavor-wise. All right. Yeah, I am. I think the more we all smoke, our flavor profiles get a little bit worse. But I do my general. If you were to say, what does weed smell like? I would say it's the skunky. Myrcene is another one that's kind of got that, like, orange, but not like tangerine orange, right? Like it's a little bit more citrus forward and not like lemony either necessarily. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, organics, that sounds fire. Oh, I do like the little mango. Yeah, there you go. I like your style, Drum. Thanks, because it isn't orange. It is a different thing. I like it loud and to get punched in the brain. Yeah. That's the other thing too, like, I do like when these things come out in waves, right? Because I remember the heavy Kush days back in the day. It was like Angel Kush and Master Kush and OG Kush, of course. There was like 3 or 4 of them that were just so predominant around our area. And everybody, it seemed like every time I'd show up somewhere, somebody'd be like, what do you got there? Oh, it's Master Kush. No shit. Like, look, this same thing I got. But, that legit Skunk in 98, it was phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So, we had, and this was like probably during the early to mid 2000s, we were getting straight grown by Aryan Roscom, like Cannabis Cup winning strains, because our buddy's dad was like plugged. He had a really cool partner that got everything for us. So, and I didn't even really realize, we knew that they were considered cannabis strains. We didn't know who the fuck it was until we got older, when I was like, hey, do you remember all those strains? And they were like, yeah. And we were like, well, let's look up who it was. And we didn't even know that we were getting like the Aryan Roscom grown, because it was like year after year we were getting the same shit. It was G13, fucking phenomenal. One of the best flowers I've ever smoked in my life. Super Silver Haze, again, one of the most incredible smokes. And then there was another one, Blueberry something, and I don't remember the fucking name of it. Didn't stick out as much, clearly, but again, it was like 3 years of Cannabis Cup winning strains in a row. And it was all coming from what ended up ultimately in, we believe, to be Aryan Roscom. And it's only because of looking back through, like, who was the person winning these fucking Cannabis Cups over there, it ended up being that. Oh, see, organics, that's a whole thing. I feel like I was spoiled. I remember the transition that went on in our life where we went from smoking brick, literally wrapped in tinfoil bricks of weed, to what people were calling 3060. And at least that came in a, gallon freezer bag with, bigger chunks in it. And I remember the first time we got some dro, okay, that was what we called it. I went, holy shit, this smells like Christmas tree. And the guy was like, oh, you know what, now that you say it, yeah, it kind of does. And I was like, this is awesome. Like, I've never smelled anything like it in my fucking life. And then, from there, it was like, over the next couple of years, we absolutely, and this was like I would say, early 2000s, 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, through the mid 2000s, man, I love that progression. And like, I remember when, when GMO came out, I remember when Gorilla Glue came out. I was at the tail end where like DJ Short was still available. We were getting some Blueberry from DJ Short, and we were also getting some original like Chem Dog and shit too. So, oh man, I fucking love like the old journey through weed, when I actually cared about the strain names, because I don't care about strain names anymore. I think it's all okay. When somebody knows what they're talking about and what they're representing, it's easy to go, okay, I'm with it. But like nowadays, it's hard to track the lineage, and what does the lineage delineate to? Because if it all comes back to, Cindy 99, then we fucking get lost, or whatever the kudos was back then. But anyway, yeah. Oh, organics. I used to see some of the, I saw a literal pallet one time, with weed on top of it, stacked up in like bricks, and it was like literally like bricked up with tinfoil. But you know, it was all trash. You might as well have started a fucking, well, trash to a certain extent, right? And I just said trash like that shit didn't work for me, because it worked for me too. Back then I used to smoke enough of it where it all worked for me, you know? But oh, I love Christmas tree butt. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, and that was it. What was it? We started to learn different verbiage for it. Everybody wanted to call it something different. I'll never forget the lady that walked into the dispensary one time and said, "I need a pound of loud." And I said, "Ma'am, you can buy 2.5 ounces at a time with your medical license." And I don't know what loud is, but I understand what it means. But like, that's not like a thing. We have like brand name stuff in here. People are like trying to market themselves as a brand. So, and you can, how much can I buy? 2.5 ounces. Well, how much is that? 1/8 of what you're looking for. Oh, hell no, baby. Okay, at least give me a half a pound. I'm like, well, that's not how this works. I got you with math, though. I love you. Follow me with this. 2.5 ounces. How much is that? Well, I stacked up some jars for her to see. And she was like, what the hell is that? That's not good enough for me. I'm like, man, it's the only thing I can do for it. So, you know, people just, it's terminology, you know? That's why I try to like normalize the terminology as much as I can. I like to call it cannabis more than weed or marijuana, or, you know, I like cannabis because it's the actual like genus name for the plant, you know, or whatever it is. The kingdom, I don't know, Cannabeckia maybe. Anyway, I just went off the deep end with verbiage. Came wrapped in foil, got smoked on a crushed can of Coke. Them aluminum terps, Chi-Town. I did that. You ever flip a pen inside out? And it was like a metal pen, you know what I mean? You just pull the little guts out, and then you flip the pen over, you pull the back end out, and then you just smoke through the pen. Did that a couple times. Taped it. Put some fucking electrical tape around it, or a little bit of that, what's the gray tape called? Duct tape, yep. Done that once or twice. But the old Coke can bowl, that was real. Don't even know. That's right. No, literally, Minnesota Organics. Look, check this out. I do believe that might still exist in cannabis, but we've saturated the plant with THC now, and we don't know what that's like anymore. What we use cannabis for now, and the way that we use it, and the abundance that we use it, I don't believe that we have. And this is why, when old heads, you know, they say, well, back in my day, the shit was better than it is now. That's all subjective. But especially, like I said, if it's more robust cannabinoid profile and a more robust terpene profile, and you're not juicing it to go one direction, THC, then I think that you're gonna get the best possible product. And I think we missed that. And I think that, like, you know, because there was a strain in Illinois called Pennywise. Shelby County made it. Okay, Shelby County is a smaller cultivator. They used to make it was called Pennywise. They made it in flower, not for very long. But if any time that came around, I would snag that shit up like crazy. I think it was 14% CBD and 7 to 10% THC. Boy, would I get the giggles off that shit every time. So I think we're just we've oversaturated the THC side. No marketing. That's facts, drums. Alan. I like the herbs. You know, his herb is top shelf. Hey, many a times did I go. Well, see, the thing was, I also had a little bit of facial hair when I went to my final school, Old West Aurora, and I used to use a gas mask before going into school quite regularly, so I reeked. My face reeked of cannabis, and there was no getting around that. So, oh hell yeah, drum! It was your song. I've had a weed pen bowl. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sink drain for a screen. Psst. I remember cutting the screen out of the back door at my house, trying to replace a bowl screen one time, only to realize that shit was coated with some like plastic. It's not good to smoke through. Okay. If anything ever happens, y'all remember this story, because this is why I went down big. Okay. Smoking through fucking the back door screen. Yeah, don't do that. Bad chemicals. Yeah. Fair. Oh, and see, the thing was, we turned everything we could into a pipe back in the day, Chi-Town. 100%. Didn't matter. We were turning it into a pipe. Oh, drum, I'd have at least $17. But yeah, the organics, that's what I'm saying. Hey, listen, brass screens, that was a real thing. Oh, they would stick in your finger. You didn't even have, you would just hold it. You could do like this and it would just be hanging out of your finger because it's stuck in your shit. Oh, organics, I definitely remember those days. Get out of here, drum. That's awesome. The metal head shop pipe, the blue, red, purple, green stemmed little thing. It might had a little design on it, whatever, but it had like a screw-in mouthpiece and a screw-in headpiece, or you screw the pipe into the head. Yeah, those things. That's what I'm saying. You can unscrew the entire thing. Exactly. Yep. You could get the mouthpiece off and the pipe off the head. Yeah, and that one you needed to have a screen inside of it. Yeah. 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 See? Yeah. The little chambers. Mm-hmm. You could screw the top on and But that's how you get Parkinson's. 1000%. Oh shit. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Ripped a few of those, Chi-Town. One of our main pipes back in the day was a fucking plastic bong that had a fucking metal head to it. A little plastic slider on the fucking outside of the thing. I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling y'all the truth. So in case if anything ever happens, you have somewhere to look. You can tell them, oh, he used to smoke out of plastic bongs and Jeters. We know what happened to him. It was Jeters and plastic bongs. Smoking out of pens and shit. Yeah. Oh, God, drum. You know what? And you know what else might cause it? White grape fucking white owls, okay? Yeah. I fucking wish I stopped that habit before it fucking happened. How about that? Oh, I just seen resin tattoo. Mm-hmm. Hey, listen. That's fair. Hey, listen. Chi-Town? It's preach, brother. Tell these mofos. Tell them all, man. Well, not the people in here already know. We never had cannabis hyperemesis syndrome back in the day. Okay, people weren't scromiting. Okay. He says send Mullen. Yeah. No, WTF is going on out there. Yeah, the old scrometers. Yeah. That would be. Oh, hell no. That's fucking awesome organics. Yeah, no, that's fucking exactly it. No fucking CHS. That's it. And you know what? I remember one year on 420, we rolled, I think it was a full ounce. We rolled like 20 blunts or something like that as a group. And I think we got to about 14 to 16 of them. I forget what the number was. Maybe it was 17. I know we fell short. I just remember each person who was there took one home behind their ear. And I think maybe 3 or 4 of us were leaving. So maybe it was 16 or 17. Anyway, moral of this whole story. We smoked a lot of cannabis that day. Not one scrommet. No. I watched a friend one time do a 3.5 gram dab. Okay, check this out. The first time that I ever saw a what's that fucking thing called? A nectar collector. Okay, let me tell you my first nectar collector story. Okay, I go to a friend's house. They've got a silicone mat out with a decent puddle of BHO, okay? And they're like, using this thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this Coke straw of fucking cannabis? What the hell are y'all doing with that? And oh, okay, hey, you know what? You're Mr. Iron Lung. You can do it. Go swimming across the ocean. Go across the ocean. I said, what the hell does that mean? That means that you burn a line through the middle of this thing as far as you can. Swim as long as you can. Okay? Well, I got challenged. And so the thing was, I didn't scoop it up. Okay, so let's assume the pile was here. I didn't come into it like this. I did like a smart person would do, and I came backwards at it, and I let the edge kind of burn it on my way down. And I made it all the way across the ocean in one hit. And like I said, I mean, the damn thing was like this. My boy was so pissed. It went from yeah, to him going, dude, fuck you. You just smoked like a gram or 2 of concentrate. And what the hell are you doing? So then that proceeded to me trying to figure out how to get water. Okay. I felt as Helen Keller as I ever have in my fucking life. I literally walked up to him and I just did a little point towards the cabinet where the fucking water glasses were. Now, this is one of my best friends. I've been at his house a million times. He knows that I know where shit's at. But he was standing in the middle. And I didn't even say words. Just gave a little point at the thing. And he goes, do you want a glass? And I said, uh-huh. He was like, okay, are you all right? And I said, I think so. And then I just went over and I stood by the refrigerator and I was like, fuck, how do I do the water thing? And I was pressing buttons, and then he just started laughing. And I was like, it's not funny, dude. How the fuck you get water out of this thing? Finally, I did. I just remember being like, dude, I think I'm gonna go to sleep on your couch. This shit is too much, So but again, no hyperemesis. I never scrometed once. I drank some water and probably ate some goldfish because he's got a kid. So, you know, they got them good kid snacks, goldfish or some, maybe some Oreos. Maybe I like a good Oreo. Hey, not good for your health. None of this is a medical recommendation or a recommendation at all. Allie, what's up, fam? Smoke them every day. I know somebody who has cannabis hyperemesis also. It's one of my older friends' wives, and I mean I believe whatever. Yeah. So, but I don't know if it's from the cannabis itself. If it is from THC, which could be by itself, right? We're oversaturated with THC, and people who don't have a tolerance to it might overuse it. Or if it's pesticides from the bad smoke that people are getting. But that's, you know, here nor there. Yeah, I've smoked a lot, and yeah. Damn, Drum, I'm sorry to hear it. He says, "It's a damn strong bitch." Oh, man. Oh, listen, Drummer understands it. I literally used to have every desk that I've ever had has had a snack drawer in it. I keep snacks around steady at the dispensary. It feels right. Okay, I'll tell you a good. We had a green out that happened in front of us a couple times. Dudley Dawson, what's up, brother? I'm a pantry raider too. Yeah, I'm with it. Look at it. See, I did. I used to have I sometimes raid that. You can. You're allowed to. Anybody could get into a snack drawer. I've no discrimination. Get in there. I thought I was having it a few times, but I stopped the dispo pens and it stopped. No shit. That's crazy, Organics, but I believe it. That's what I'm saying. Flower power, baby. Meh, famish, memory. Yeah, you know, my thing is, a good snack never hurt nobody, okay? Too many did. But, you know, a little one here and there keep you going. And let me tell you what. How do you hate a boss? How do you hate a manager, a management person who's got snacks, dude? You know what I mean? Especially if they're gonna be nice and smoke weed. Totally different thing. Holy fucking Gary Cornett. What's up, brother? Tell my friends Anita and Lucy I said hello. What's new, Gare Bear? How you been? I like the homegrown smoke. I got a lot of friends who do good homegrown. I like to smoke it. Okay, so drinking and smoking together isn't necessarily greening out. I think that's spinning out. But I do respect what you're saying. You take it too far with smoking after you've drank too much, no bueno. But I went into a garage once. This is when we were younger, and we passed a joint around. And maybe it was a bong actually. Anyway, there's like maybe 4 or 5 of us standing in a circle. Girl hits it, passes out, lands her head on the top of my boy's shoe, and like just perfectly he saved her melon with his shoe. Okay? And we were all like, holy fuck, what's happening? Are you alright? Well, oh my god, we need you. And the first words out of her mouth were peanut butter and jelly, which was laughable for me because I don't know who this person is personally. Like, you know, we're not good friends or anything. It was a friend's girlfriend at the time. And she said she was like, she smoked all the time. And then here she goes, she smokes and she passed out. Hit the head. Bang. Okay. Peanut butter jelly. Or what the fuck you talking about? Oh, well, I didn't eat much today. I only ate a peanut butter and jelly. Finally comes out. We're like, oh, okay. So you need some food or something to get your, blood sugars back or whatever? Yeah, let me eat something. We go inside, eat. Okay, we already smoked. We're good. We come back out. We're in the smoking circle again. No, you can't hit it this time, ma'am. You passed out last time. No, I promise you I'm better now. Now that I've eaten, I'm better. I got this. Takes a hit, passes it, passes out, hits her head on the same fucking shoe of the same friend, top of the fucking shoe, twice in one day. I've never seen somebody green out once. I was scared kind of the first time that it happened, but when she said peanut butter and jelly, I lost I was dying. But then, the second time it happened, I was like, what, you a fucking dumbass? How many times do you gotta get knocked out by something before, like, if somebody knocks you out in a street fight, don't go back in their face. You know what I mean? You're liable to get knocked out again. It just wasn't logic to me at the time being, is all I'm saying. Sheesh. Anyway, yeah. Coffee time, water time, dude. Get some of that, Gary. I'm into it. Yeah, I don't drink much anymore either. When I do, I can feel the spins a little bit. That used to be my favorite type of getting messed up, though. That's why I had to stop drinking back in the day, because I would drink till oblivion, and then I'd smoke, and then the world would start spinning, and I'd be like, yeah, this is the best ever. I'm fine. I'm gonna sleep with one foot on the bed and one foot off the bed. I just need something to make sure that the ground is still there, you know? That happened. That used to be a thing. Coffee and cannabis, that's a thing for people. Sick as fuck if you drink. Yeah, if I drank too much, I'd be afraid of it too. I mean, I've told my final drinking story a million times, probably on here, and all of you might have heard it, but I flooded a bathroom. I passed out in jeans and a button-up t-shirt with a fucking a warning from the police in my fucking t-shirt, or in my dress shirt pocket, okay? Used to be a bar manager, and anyway, flooded. It was a second story. Thousands of dollars of repairs later to fix the drywall and the light fixture that I fucked up, and there was a bit of damage done. So from there, I kind of learned, like, maybe don't do that anymore. If you can get that out of control, you know? Oh, hey, listen. Small bongs are just as effective as big bongs if you use them right. I don't drink coffee at all, though. Not even one. Hey, I liked rum. You know what the problem was? Once I started to like vodka and water. If you drink straight vodka and water, you might be an alcoholic. If you're literally, because your justification is, I need to take in water, but I don't want it to get, I don't want to do too much. So water that down with some vodka. Vodka that down. You know what I mean? With some vodka, actually. Chi-Town? That's it too. Alright? There's things that are more important than size sometimes. At work an hour before we close? Damn, Gary. That's pretty smart. Feel good for right when you get home? Yeah. So, thing is, now I just drink Libra Luscious Lychees. All G here. Happy character. Oh, shit. Somewhere in tonight's adventures, I guess I've hit this thing once without it being I'm telling you, I'm trying to get to the perfect thing. The only way, 50%. 50% blinkers, 50% hits. I got 182 hits, 82 blinkers. I've got to do 18 blinkers. I'm not going to do them all right now because I still know my limits, okay? But I do want to get to 50% really bad. Oh, drum, that used to be a good thing. The homemade edibles from the fam. Yep. Dude, show me a way to go home, boom, boom. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a bit to drink about an hour ago and it went right to my head. Wherever I may roam, boom, boom, by land or sea or foam. Yeah, okay, anyway. Cheers, friends. I gotta do a blinker here. Let's see if it works. Did a blinker. Don't eat the cookie. Too late. Yep. Well, drum, that's a real thing. That'll happen, okay? And if a cookie tastes good, why wouldn't I eat a whole thing? I'm gonna eat 2 of them. Organics. I knew a guy who used to make the most incredible chocolates. Oh, it was so good. And it was way more potent than anybody ever needed. You know, and it was like a Reese's peanut butter cup size thing, but he would do like chocolate on one side and then he would put like crushed up stuff on the top, you know? So some of it was like Heath bars, some of it was like cereal, some of it was graham crackers, I said. I don't know why I said that. Crackers. But it's, you know, there's a lot of good ones. But that was years ago. They were fire. Oh, I used to love them. I remember, and it was so cool because that was like in the days where you were like, what? You got different flavor ones? I'll try one of those and one of those and one of those and one of those. And by the time you leave, you got 10, 12 different things. And, you know, you can never get to them fast enough. Or you're giving them to friends and then they would be like, what the fuck did you give me that for? I forgot all yesterday. All I remember was the paranoia in it. You know? Yeah, I know. It'll happen. Oh, a slice of banana bread that made me forget about gravity almost took me out at a Radiohead concert once. Yeah, I've had a couple of them. A couple ones that... See, so back in the day, I used to never have... Like, the edibles just didn't hit me, right? It really didn't do the thing. But... there's been a couple of times where I say that and I've been smacked to oblivion by some things, you know? So, those chocolates were one of them, actually. I ate one of them one time. And it just tasted so good that I was like, I'll just eat the other one. I don't even feel the one ever. And I remember sitting up that night feeling a little bit shittier than I ever have from any edibles in my life. Couldn't turn the right TV show on, couldn't drink enough water, couldn't find the right thing to eat, was just nervous as hell, walking around crazy, you know, and I use all my tricks. Black pepper flakes help, orange juice helps, CBD helps, you know, I used all the tricks, but it got me a little too far. So there is a too much somewhere in there too, you know? And I also have done a little bit too much of other things. As soon as you said that Radiohead thing, I was like, yeah. I went to a concert once in a city, and I'm realizing more and more that, like, maybe I don't like being in crowds too much. It just, you know, if it's too close, okay? But I went to a concert once in the middle of the, like, crowd. I was starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Smoking a fucking pipe or a fucking one of these things, a cart, in the middle of the concert floor. I started doing the coughing thing. I'm choking now. Got a little extra. Go to the bathroom. Do the spit thing. I'm fine. I'm not like tripping. I just had a little extra phlegm. It was gross. Not my thing. But like it whacked my airflow up pretty bad for a minute, and I didn't have like a water on me or nothing, and it took me a minute to get into the bathroom so I could spit. That just too much information. It's gross. Anyway, so I was like, okay, the answer to this is, and I'm feeling weird. The answer is, let me go outside, get a little bit of air, and I'll hit my pen a time or two, and I'll be better. It was a Revolution Fruit Punch. I used to love that mofo. Fruit Punch Splash Cart. This is way back in the day when their products were actually good. Oh my god. So I go outside and I'm standing underneath the fucking L goes over my head. It's loud as fuck. There's a crowd around me. I'm smoking the thing, and then I started to get like so paranoid in the middle of everybody. I was like, fuck this. I went inside, got a big pretzel, sitting there eating it, and then I just remember my boy walking out of the concert hall. He saw me, and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, oh shit, dude, I just needed a breather. I was starting to trip. I was feeling weird in there. He's like, from smoking, dog? I was like, I don't know if it's smoking or just too many people around. But it, as a combo, it didn't feel great. Let me tell you that. That's real. How do we get healthy food recipes for edibles in our older age? Just dose the oil and cook my food? Yes. Organics. What's crazy, so I've had some really cool foods made with cannabis infusion. Pesto and ice cream are two of my favorites that I've had that kind of stand out. I had a lasagna once that was made, cooked with the oil, that was awesome too. A couple of really cool meals that I remember feeling very good after eating them. But the pesto was one of my favorite. Yeah, bingo. And you can put coconut oil into fucking everything. Be healthy and dose yourself. Win-win. Alright, Chi-Town. That's fair. It's possible. Salad dressing, it's possible. If your infusion is already activated, then yeah, 1000%. I wouldn't see why not. Yeah, sensory overload, I think, yeah. 1000%. Oh, the ice cream was so fire. It was homemade hand churned shit by one of my boys. He was crazy. Oh yeah, if your stuff is decarb, man, you can put it on anything. So yeah. I'm trying to think. One of my favorite ones that I had, one of my favorite edibles I've ever eaten in my life was at the Michigan Cannabis Cup. I think 2017. It was a year before they went recreational. 18, I think, maybe. Anyway, it was before they went rec. It was purely medical. I got into the Cannabis Cup. Incredible time. It was at a speedway. Great day. But they had an ice cream vendor who had push pops that had 500 milligram. Maybe they had 300 and 500, but they only had 500 milligram cookies and cream. And it was I think I want to say that it was maybe strawberry something too, and I don't remember what it was, but I had two of them. They were the best damn edibles in my life. Flavor wise, they fucking killed. So clean, but had that cannabis kick to it that was kind of very nice. I ate two of them that day. I probably, like I said, you've all heard me say, but I probably 5,000 milligrams or so. But that was in the days of okay, so if we put half a gram of a concentrate into an edible, we called it a 500 milligram edible. We all know that some concentrates could be 50, 60% THC by volume. So, that said, if it's a 500 milligram edible, 50% of that THC, We're looking at 250 milligrams of potency. But even then, by those bad standards, which they definitely up there, it was the Wild West for a long time. By those bad standards, it was one of the coolest events, and it was just so easy. I ate, fucking pulled pork, 2 pulled porks, 300 milligrams a piece. The food line to get into the chicken tenders was so long that I didn't even want to wait in it, and I was like, I need to stop eating edibles. I was smoking $5 joint after $5 joint back then, and back then it was like decent weed actually, but yeah, fuck, such a good time. No, I've never tried olive oil on vanilla ice cream. I don't know about that. Is that a thing? Do you like whip it in there, or that feels weird to me? Just drizzled on it. I've never tried it. I've been using Ninja Creamy lately to make some things. Wop actually gave me some blueberries that we turned into an ice cream, and it was incredible. Last night I went into the freezer, literally last night, not joking. That was probably about 3-4 weeks ago. He gave me the blueberries. I went into the freezer. There's like this much of it down at the bottom. I asked the phone, hey, how long is ice cream from a Ninja Creamy good for in a freezer if it's been covered with the cap on and stuff? 3 to 4 months. Oh, I'm definitely spinning that sucker back up. This time I put a little chocolate milk in there, little Fairlife chocolate milk, re-churned up this blueberry thing that I had already added like marshmallow fluff into. Oh my god, it was just so fire. I don't even know how to explain. I do love food and ice cream. Like if I could, if I was allowed to eat ice cream and ice cream only and that was a nutritional diet, that's what like my utopia looks like, Infinite amounts of weed, a lot of disc golf, a lot of friends, and only ice cream food. That's like utopia. That's fucking, you can't even dream it better than that. Oh, I'm telling you, I love ice cream so much. What a sweet thing. But using the Ninja Creamy, I'm hoping that it helps me cut out some of the excess sugars and things that I don't need to be intaking from the other stuff. Why are all the things that are so good so bad sometimes? Telling y'all. Alfredo sauce? Get the fuck out of here. I'll take a bath in that shit. Ice cream diet is a thing? Dude, I need to survive the diet though, dog. I need to come out the other side. You know what I mean? I can't just start a diet. That's like, take the T off the end of it, bro. That's what I feel like you're gonna do, ice cream only. Shit. Hey, Wilford Brimley, you know what I mean? I already got the mustache going on. I could just be, oh, Brimley over here. But yeah. Cheese curds, them motherfuckers. Maple bacon cheese curds? Fuck. The fuck? You know what I say? Dude, air fry the okra. You know what I mean? What is up, unknown? Happy Thursday. I hope all is well. Man, I love ice cream. I saw some shit. You know what actually tripped me the fuck out yesterday? Ben and Jerry's truck drove by, and that shit right on the side of it said peace, love, and ice cream. Them fucking swag artists, dude. The fuck is that about? They take my whole flow. Ice cream, peace, and love? What the hell? I felt like there's gotta be a claim out there somewhere. I just need a good lawyer. Salud! Harry, you know what? You're supposed to like it. We're not supposed to, but you're supposed to. It's so fine. Chi-Town. The answer to that is yes, it would work. Depends on how it's suspended, because some oils have way higher boiling points, but if you boiled it, I would imagine it wouldn't be good. But and I know frying is like 500 plus degrees, so you actually might be degrading it, because you might also be ruining the encapsulation of it. I don't know. Great question, Chi-Town. You got my head spinning about it. I actually don't know the technical answer to that. Oh, Minnesota Organic. Ben and Jerry's just all together is that fire. Too much sugar? Yeah, I know, Garrett. No. Oh, drum. I love Ben and Jerry's so much. Okay, so Impressively Fudgy was incredible. Okay? That thing had like swirls of pretzel inside of it. I don't know how to explain it. It was incredible. Impressively Fudgy was one of the top bangers, but I do like the PB over the top. It's got a nice thing going for it too. Them little peanut butter cups that they put in there, out of town clown. Such a fan. I do. Hey, listen, you're not wrong. Old Chubby Hubby and Cherry Garcia, another bangers. Mr. Rourke, what's good, brother? Happy being out of work. You know what? I'm gonna smoke one for you, dog. Don't laugh at my pink smoking device, but I'll do it, and it's in your honor. Okay, still. We gotta make sure they're all blinkers, though. You want reviews on things? Okay. Oh, yes. I would love to make this a food channel. Are you all down to follow the journey of me? The thing is, I don't try a lot of food, so I think that maybe I could have a good perspective on different types of food that I've never tried before. That's right, Mr. Rourke. I appreciate you, my friend, so that's why it's easy to do it. Cheers, Gare Bear. Appreciate the hell out of you, brother. Well, it's a great song, too. No, Chi-Town, I got invited to one. Um, I've been invited to a couple actually. When I worked in the cannabis industry most recently, um, not like that. So like, we did a friendsgiving once where we were only allowed to bring infused food. Thank God my friend's girlfriend is a fucking genius and made like tons of side dishes and like snacky stuff that was uninfused for us. But like a lot of the food that we had that night was infused, and it was, like I said, it was a fantastic time. That was when I had the lasagna. They had lasagna. There was a pasta salad that was infused. That's where ice cream came from. Ice cream happened more than once though. Um, yeah, the pesto was homemade by my buddy. I asked him if he mash it with terpenes. Wow. Terpene, or any of the Dr. Jabber ones. Herbs, Able. Nice. Nice, Chi-Town. That's cool. But like the thing is, I could see myself doing something like that also. But it's just gonna be Jeters. So fucking all you snobs can fucking bring your own shit, okay? No, I'm just kidding. You know, it's like a his and hers. Maybe we'll have Jeters and it'll be his and his, because hers doesn't do the weed, but that's all right. It'll be Jeters and dab bar of the hash rosin. That's super dope. I like that people are willing to. Okay, so I wouldn't do it if there were going to be kids around, children. Okay, I think that for me, I'm not. Look, you all know how I feel. I think in proper settings, I think that children deserve access to this plant as much as anybody does, especially the proper use of it. But I don't know that, you know, chooching out the middle of the fucking, you know, the car that the kids are in or a house that the kids are in or anything. It's not my jam. So that would be where I think I would draw the line there. But 21 plus fucking wedding, 1000% weed barred up. This was local. Love that. Kudos to them. What a way to celebrate, honestly. You know, I was recently at a wedding, and I looked at my girlfriend and said, "Hey, what do you think about if we have a wedding that we don't serve alcohol until way after dinner?" And then she was like, "For real?" I'm like, "Honestly, I just don't like, you know, some people get toasted, boy. It's an open bar. It's just an opportunity to go hammers. And if you did that with weed, you're just gonna go sleep on the table, right?" But I saw some wildness coming out of some people, you know, so I was like, well, maybe just push the liquor back. Or, because I feel like I don't want to deprive people of doing it. Have your funds and stuff, you know, but I know, just like what? Uncle's got gravy all over his vest, and I got hot sauce running down my chest. They asked, "Boy, how's that bird you picked?" I said, "Tastes like freedom, but I'm way too late. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken." Yeah, and Drum, I think with proper understanding of it's one thing. I think there's two, like, it's all individual, right? He said, then I don't dislike that, throw the alcohol away after dinner. Guap, yeah, I feel. You know, there would be a few disappoints. But I love everybody. Do what you want to do. It's okay. But I also think that, like, you know, it's all who. I had a friend who took his daughter to the Next to Normal show. I don't know if y'all know Next to Normal. It was written by the creators of South Park. It's about the Mormon religion. And again, it's South Park people, so there is a healthy amount of cussing, a good amount of vulgarity and sex and whatever. It's hilarious if you're old enough and can handle it. But my buddy took his 13-year-old daughter at the time to a show, and I guess like a couple parents were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then I guess his daughter was just a badass, and she's like, "Damn, you have no clue what you're talking about. I'm far more cultured than you will ever be. I can handle somebody saying something inappropriate and take it as a joke. Not everything is so serious. I'm sorry that you don't understand those facts, but thank you for your input. We appreciate it. And next time, we still won't take it into consideration." And I was like, fucking dude, I could not. I picked this kid up off her feet. I was like, you are the coolest fucking child in the whole world. And he was like, dude, she did it on her own. Like, I didn't say a fucking word, but he was a badass too. He had the ability to fucking jab, so... but that's it too. Like I just said, like it's what's your exposure and what's your education. Well, and that was it too. It was really cool. My dad growing up, he gave me the opportunity to tell him everything without judgment, which was a great thing for me because I was able to go, hey, I don't know about the things that people are giving me the opportunities to do. What do you know? And explain it to me. And, you know, he even said back in the day, he was like, you know, if you ever need anything, you tell me immediately. Like, don't put yourself in a weird situation where some drunken kid or some drugged up kid is going to take you or drive you around somewhere. Don't get to the point where you feel uncomfortable and drive a vehicle. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And like, it instilled this thing where I was like, there's plenty of times where people were like, come on, man, get in with us. And I'd be like, nah, shot in fucking hell. Everybody be like, all right, whatever, fucking go on, man. That's okay. You know. Yeah, but that's it. But I also, so it's like and y'all might have heard me say this story before too, but we had a mold issue with gummies back in the day. The whole state did. It was a Gold Leaf was the product. Verano was the company. They had a mold issue with their gummies, and we had a lady who was eating, and she was one of the #1 consumers of these things. And when she came in, I said, hey, haven't seen you in a little bit. Did your last batch of gummies have any issues with them or whatever? Well, what do you mean? No, everything seemed fine. And we were like, did they, like... So, and I showed her pictures. I was like, there's been mold on them. And she was like, oh my God. She's like, I'm freaking out now because I hide this from my husband and my kids. And since he doesn't know, I just put them in my underwear drawer all the way at the back. And at night, when the lights are off, I go in and pop them open. And I'll take a few of the gummies. And that's, you know, so like, I don't know. Am I okay? Have I been consuming something terrible? I was like, holy fuck. I don't know. Go back and check if you have any left. And she was like, you know, well, I'll check the next ones. But yeah. So people are just afraid to have that conversation. It's with their most important people of their life. And would you rather them find out backhandedly, like you've been hiding something from them? Because that's not good. Or would you rather them find out from some of this bad propaganda that still comes out, that scrommets, you know? You think that they want to think that their mom's about to start scromiting everywhere. You know, it's a, yeah. Go on, hey! What's up, brother? Happy Thursday. She was eating them in the dark. You're right. That's right. Yeah. Oh, it was gross, you know? And again, I'm not trying to throw shade at nobody. I think it's just open, clear lines of communication will help all of that be avoided. You know, you have the conversation with the with your loved ones. That's fine. If we didn't have to sell the shit behind packaging that was, you know, ass to begin with, like, well, you can't see the product inside of it, right? Like, you don't know what you're buying. And they used to have those like pop jars, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta like slide the little thing out and then squeeze it and pop the lid out. Oh man, we destroyed it was hundreds of bags of gummies that were moldy. I was going through and I had to cut all of them. Oh no, and maybe they were in a package? No. I think they were in the thing. We had to go through, we had to pop all the lids, weigh all the gummies, write a calculation out. We used, you know, 10 parts water or 4 parts water to gummies, and we put dirt inside of it, kitty litter, ground it up, put it in the microwave, put bleach inside of it, whatever the fuck. You know, they used to have all these different ways to destroy the product that was contaminated, or if you have a broken package in the back. So if anybody busts a seal, one of those tamper seals, then you have to destroy that cannabis. All of that stuff gets thrown into either a blender or a microwave. Dirt, kitty litter, or sometimes it used to be bleach, but bleach interacted with some of the gummies that they made one time, and it like set off the smoke alarms in one dispensary, so they stopped allowing bleach being the thing that you pour into the thing with it. So I think it's only dirt and kitty litter now or something. I don't think. But it's water. You gotta put the water in there. It's wild. Yeah, I think so too, Drum.
Thank you.
Now you reminded me of Destruction Days. Those were the worst. Oh, they sucked.
Is there anybody here?
Well, and the thing was, what sucks too, as somebody who has to destroy quantities of cannabis, the part that sucks the most is that I knew the people that were coming in who were less fortunate than the rest of us and could have absolutely benefited from getting that product, depending on what the situation was, right? A broken seal, all right, because they put these little cheap fucking like post-it note quality fucking little seals from side to side, and like they constantly pop off, so you gotta like stick them back down. If you work at the dispensary, you're always sticking fucking weird little fucking tamper seals down, or you're always trying to check that the shit isn't broken. It's a fucking disaster. But that stuff that would get broken, if that little seal would come off, or if you would ruin it somehow by picking it up, you'd have to destroy the entire thing. And like the package was never like cracked open, but you're throwing it away. So sad. It's sad how that thing is run. I mean, we did not nearly have the waste of like grocery stores and shit. You want to talk about sad? Totally different story. And I'm not trying to be some fucking news reporter here, but all I'm trying to say is that the quantity of cannabis being destroyed in the way that it's not going to somebody who would benefit better from it is very small. Shrinkage in a dispensary, it should be very small. The last one that I was working in, we had zero discrepancies in like 6 months, and then we had one. We had like when I went in, there was like, I don't know, 96 waiting for me. There's like maybe 14 before, and then we got up to 96, and then the one that we found afterwards, the one that I said that we after we went super long without having a problem, That was a find inside of a box that was actually one of the old things that we already did the switcheroo on. So one of the old products. Anyway, long story short, um, there should not be a lot of discrepancy. You shouldn't have to destroy much. You shouldn't have to worry about theft or anything. Yeah. Oh my God, drum! I remember that also. I know the guy also. Ended up running into him again at the last dispensary I worked at, and I did sell him his limit of sweet PRSOs twice. I do remember that though. That's crazy. Kwani, a lot of new go away from gummies, you know, that they are drinks are becoming the future of it. It's a better delivery system typically. We're not fighting against the sugaries or the fats or the whatever to break down because like a lot of us are bad at absorbing. We've already broken some of the systems of digestion and absorption, so edibles don't really work as well. And they're finding out that drinks do better, so there is way more drinks out there in this world now. Yeah, drum, I remember that also. That'll happen. RSO to, yeah, like a Figa full extract cannabis oil. That is like a shot. Also, that's like a very thick concentrate. That is just raw cannabinoids, terpenoids, flavonoids, and plant material. You may, I mean, they purge off all the excess hydrocarbon or CO2 or whatever, right? It all just dissipates. So clean, very concentrated. Oh yeah, drum. I know the guy. I literally the second you said it, I know exactly who you're talking about. Drum, I think it's because of absorption. I think people that don't get affected by edibles, it's because they're not breaking the thing down well. Our stomachs are, and so this is where like, what's that shit in kombucha or whatever, you know, gut healthy stuff, whatever. What do they call them? Anyway, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's pissing me off. But good. No, it's right there. It's called good something. It's not bacteria or whatever, but so anyway, there's things that are beneficial in your gut that break down certain things. Fats, sugars, proteins, and we overexhaust those systems and break them. That's pretty much what diabetes is. We've overexhausted type 2 diabetes. We've overexhausted the what's it called? Fucking insulin of our system, and the breakdown of that sugar type we just can't do it anymore. So it literally is the idea that we've broken some of the systems in our system that are for digestion and absorption. Prebiotics, probiotics, all of them, all the above. Enzymes, bingo. Oh yeah. Yes, I do, drum. Yeah. Yes, but some of them are quiet. Nanoemulsification also helps. Encapsulation, liposomal encapsulation. Yeah, nano emulsification. Yeah. Yeah, do you know what the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea is? That's the other one. That's right. Ooh, a lentil. Garbanzo. Garbanzo's nice. Yeah. Never had a garbanzo bean on my chest before. That's right. American, fight for what's right. Fight for your life. This had nice. All right, well, we're at 84 and 184. If anybody was worried about our progress here, we're doing fine. I think we got to get another. We should go to 185 here. Why not? Cheers, my friends. Love y'all. Oh. Now what is it, Shy? This is an old school bop too. We've been getting guap. We've been getting a little bit more of the old playlist right tonight. It's been nice. Yep. Oh, dude. I heard a great joke the other day. It made me fucking laugh so hard, and I don't know why. But do you know why scuba divers, you know why they fall backwards off the boat into the water? The answer is because if they fell forward, they'd fall into the boat. And I don't know why when I heard it, I laughed so fucking hard for a moment that, you know, I was like, man, Luscious Lychee, you did me right. You made me feel good. Oh, I love dad jokes. I'm into dad humor. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, I don't remember where I heard. You know what? It might, honest to God, it might have been Shane Gillis, for Christ's sake. Okay, he's funny, so that might be why I laughed even harder. But might have been. It might not have been all. I'm a fun guy. Yeah. I literally, no matter what, if anybody says, tell me a joke, I 100% of the time say, what did baby corn say to mama corn? Where's popcorn? Eh, it's cute. Delivers. You know what I mean? It's got a flow to it. But yeah, that was my jam. Love it. I've probably said that thing way more times than it ever should have. Oh man. When I was a kid, I used to read joke books and shit. I used to like speak in terrible jokes. That was my language back in the day. You'd ask me what they are now, not a shot. I remember the one joke book that I loved more than any of them. It had like a head on it, had like a snake. I don't fucking know. I couldn't tell you any more than that, but did everybody say text? Yeah, I was never a talking movie quotes type. I did not have that. Nice, Gare. That's fucking awesome. I like that. I love weed too. Y'all want to see Gare? There he is, hiding behind the awesome sticker. You're the man, Gare. Now, what's a chili joke? No joke. I went to Chili's tonight, as y'all may know that I like to do. That place is just, it's not even the place. You know what's crazy? There was a couple of, I'm not trying to, anyway, there was a couple older women that were at the end of the bar, maybe a little intoxicated at the point. And she was telling her friend the whole story, and I heard it. And then I made the mistake at one point when she said something to like kind of laugh and make eye contact for a second, because what she said was wild, but like, you know, you're in public and loud. So anyway, then she brought me into the story, told me the whole story. It was a wild experience, let me tell you all, okay? Moral of this whole thing. And my Chili's adventure was, there was extra entertainment tonight. Alcoholed up older women telling hiking stories. Yeah. I threw a temper tantrum. I fell down on the rocks and I just cried. Oh, did I cry? I was like, who are you telling the story to? I heard you say it already, but now you're like theatricizing the thing. Oh, I cried. Oh, and I threw my walking stick. I said, I'm not going any further. And my girlfriend, she said, get up, bitch. Keep going. Or something like that. And I was like, yep, that's what she said the first time. She's like, nah, it's my best friend. I love her. And she kept me going. I got right up. I stopped crying. And every time I thought about crying more, I just thought about her calling me a bitch. And it was good. I felt good. I was like, all right. I'm going to try to sneak out of here now. But, yeah. Typically when I go in there, I sit in a booth by myself. But the waitress that I like, she's like the nicest lady in the whole world. She was bartending for the evening. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you about my Chili's experience, because you said something about the chili joke. It just threw me into rewind of what happened in my life tonight. Wow. Gary, I love Chili's. I'm not fucking around. This is my jam. I think it's because it's consistent. It's the same thing. I literally get the same fucking thing every time I go in there. I go to that same waitress because she doesn't ask me anymore. She goes, "Am I good to put it in?" And it's just yes. The question is, are you gonna drink a Coke or a strawberry lemonade? That's literally what she asked me. Sometimes I throw a curveball and say just water. Did that for a second tonight, but it was because I was outside disc golfing. Very hot, okay? Very hot. And you gotta stay hydrated. Okay, I did drink strawberry lemonade after that. It was fire. When she makes it, she puts extra of that syrup in there, so you know it's not good. It's not better for you by no means, but it's better flavor. You know what I mean? Fire. God damn. That's why you got to get somebody on the inside to get a little extra flavor in your shit. You know? Doesn't work like that. Well, at the dispensary, I was gonna say, doesn't work like that unless they're pointing you in the direction of the Jeters, because then you get some extra flavor, bro. Some good flavor. Delicious. Or if you're at the dispensary, maybe they put you into that moldy gummies. That's the flavor. What's worse than raining cats and dogs? Untaxi. Wow. Holy cow, Chi-Town. That's good. Good luck, Gary, though. You deserve it. You would be fire at Chili. Oh, yeah. Blow the ass out. I don't even have to go that far. Yeah, that's it. Uh-huh. I do know that one, Drum. Once I got through the ashes part, I said, oh, I remember it now. Something that comes back. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah. Where I pay. Oh. Be yourself by yourself. Stay away from me. A lesson learned. Oh, shit, you know, sometimes it gets in you. Respect. Walk. What did you say? Alright. I think one more of these. You know how fun, what a good conversation tonight was. Thank you all for joining in the conversation and keeping it going. It was a lot of fun. I literally did. I think I brought this screen up for 1 second because I was going to talk something about cannabis news and stuff, but like, look, it's just police. Guy killed somebody. Guy didn't get the job. Texas ban. This one is like same thing. Police and government and politics and just whatever. This is cool. Kudos. Teamsters win the largest cannabis strike in U.S. history. You know, good for them. People who win. I like when the employee wins sometimes. I didn't read the whole thing through. I don't know your stance on things or not, but I like employees winning. And that was like my whole bit up there, but like, I didn't need it. Didn't even need it. No, it's illegal to laugh in Hawaii. Ah. Now you're talking my lingo. Whoa. Who was that? Sunflower. Y'all remember Sunflower? Holy shit. Dude, we've had some people in here. It's been a long time. What was that whole crowd? What was her name? Twisted Art Lady. Oh my god. Can of Mango? That's... Do I remember Can of Mango? Let out aloha. Wow. Drum, I like that actually. Do I remember Can of Mango? There's actually a... there literally used to be a note, and it's probably in... I throw them all into a drawer after a while. But there used to be a note that said, make a Can of Mango song. Cause that shit that's back in the day. That's awesome. I swear, I just, when I think of that human, I think of like, what the hell was his name? The cult leader that had the, Charles Manson. Remember when you ever see that interview with him where he like fucking gets crazy? That's what I think about. Like, schizophrenia and stuff, you know? I feel like I should still make a song. You're absolutely right. You're right. My buddy Nick. I miss my buddy Nick. I don't know where the disconnect happened there, and that was early, but also, you know, Seymour and fucking Anthony, that was some jams. Fucking dude, Nicky and Anthony, we had some killer times playing some games there. Wow, man. Y'all got me nostalgia'd up. Maybe it's the blinkers. Maybe I'm just in a spot. One more blinker. Cheers. Just making me think of all my old friends. I like it. Yeah, the old You like girls? I can get there every time. I just there's a space in me. Lauren, do you like girls? You know, he had that like perfect. Oh. Hell yeah, Gary. That's fire. Oh, that was 11 out of 10, one of the funniest ones. Yeah. And for those who don't know, what drummer's saying, we had a guy, incredible human. We worked with him. He one time, we got out of a sexual harassment thing. I only know recants of the story. My buddy Billy was in the car. I don't know if I was there or not. I don't think I was. Okay, see, this is the whole thing. But I've heard the story plenty of times, and it's perfect because I know this man well. But straight out of a fucking sexual harassment thing. Lauren, do you like girls? Okay. God damn. And then we were talking about suppositories one time. And he goes, hey, what's that? What's a suppository? And me and Billy were fucking around. We're like, oh, you don't know? I was like, come on, man. You know, like, and like I did like the motion and everything. He's like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Don't make me describe it to you. I'm like, it's, you know, it's an act of using cannabis that you would need a friend for, okay? Like, you need somebody else to do it with you. And that's a joke, right? That's a funny. But he doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So he goes, that's okay. I could get my mom to do it. And I was like, bro, that's not... And Billy started laughing super hard, and then I felt bad. Lauren probably started laughing super hard. I kind of did that face palm because I led him straight to the fucking thing. But I was like, dude, a suppository is like you put it in your bum. And he was like, what? I mean, well, what do you mean? We're like, yeah, your mom's gonna help you. He's like, well, my mom would help me, but you know, fucking, I don't know. This guy, you know. And I don't like, I promise you, dude. Okay, so the better one. Here's another good one. We come in one day. There's a beer can in the garbage can in the back. So me and my boy go, what the fuck is that? Tom, okay? Me and Tom. What the fuck is that? We walk into the fucking computers. We watch the camera footage back. And we watch this man walk in from his car. Okay, we see him slam the end of it, beer can, in his car. Walks in, throws it out. So he's like, and Tom was great too. Buddy, I can't do a good Tom, but come on, buddy. I need you to come with me. You need to help me talk to Sam. We got to talk to him. Come on, buddy. Come on. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll go with you. We go over there. Sam, fucking, you can't drink. I love you. Just can't drink on the job. Oh, I'm not drinking on the job. Like, well, we know, but like, you can't drink before the job either. Like, you're not supposed to be drinking, dude. Oh, I didn't know that, Tom. Tom, I'm very sorry. Listen, if I knew that, I wouldn't do it, Tom. I promise you. All right, I promise I won't drink no more. He's like, buddy, we can't do that. Yeah, fucking Tom was the best too. Dude, we had so many good times. There's so many, like, you just, how, you know? I mean, an hour later, he'd already be on lunch. He'd be trying to go to lunch, yeah. Well, no, he did, fucking inventory in the morning, so he wanted to be, yeah. He got even morning inventory was kind of ass. Come in last and volunteer to go to lunch first. Yeah. No, you know what's crazy? Actually, when I worked in the most recent place, when I was at New Era, I enjoyed inventory time. I typically had cool people with me, so we'd have some great conversations, or it was just a good time to like plug headphones in and zone in and get a good grasp of the inventory altogether, right? You touch every piece of it. So I think it's a good habit. I think it's something that all GMs should do. I think they should run their morning inventories. And I do like morning inventory better than night inventory personally also, but done both, so don't know. Yeah. They're so fucking slow. He was so nice, though. I love that kid to death, dude. I just, we had so many, like, opportunities to see the wildest characters. Bro. I mean, and you couldn't go until you sunk you resynced the computer. You know? I don't know about that. But well, and that's it too. Like, I enjoy, I don't know. Like I said, there's an addiction part to doing some of that work. Miss Anita and Miss Lucy, hello, and I love you both. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I miss y'all down there. My Kentucky fam. I gotta come see you guys sometime soon. Years. Yeah. Oh, Gary, if you came up here, we could set you up, man. I dig where the hell it came from, but Um, yeah, I mean, you know, I was always in favor of the employees. At the end of the day, like you, as an employee of a dispensary, you almost can't even feel guilty about some of the shit because you're forced to only have what you have, right? And when the person standing in front of you isn't willing to compromise on their beliefs of what is going to be the best quality thing for them, and they go with the 37% bubblegum from Nature's Grace because they're confident that bubblegum is their favorite strain ever, and that it doesn't matter because that high percentage is going to get them fucked up anyway. There becomes a point for like dispensary employees where it's like, throw your hands up. You guys are all right. Nothing you're going to sell somebody is wrong. Unfortunately, because back in the day, we only got the option of one bag of something. That's it. You had one shot. You were taking it or you were not taking it. And if you didn't like how it looked, you didn't take a lot of it, but you still took some and waited till you could find something that looked better than that. So your options were one or find another one. It's two. People at dispensary nowadays, they have thousands of choices to pick whatever flavor they want, whatever pretend potency they want. You get to make it up. You get to fabricate also. You get to use the placebo effect to your benefit by building up these narratives that aren't rooted in logic or science or mathematics or something with a provable, traceable lineage, right? There's something there that's real, but people just believe what they believe, and that's okay too. I don't want to. But no dispensary employee ever sold you anything bad. If they recommended you something bad, that sucks. If it wasn't your flavor of shit, that sucks. But maybe find somebody else the next time you go in, and don't do it disrespectfully. Hey, no disrespects to you. You told me this thing was quality last time. I didn't like it, and I'm not like mad at you at all. But can I try out somebody else and see if they align closer with me? And it's just so that the next time I come in, I have somebody consistent I can go through. And I promise you, using a logical conversation like that with any bud tender or any dispensary folk ever, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, no, you're fine, dude. Like, I don't take any offense to it. And there is no offense to be taken. But they've never sold you anything bad. These people don't, like, a lot of them don't have selling techniques and stuff. They wouldn't know. They just know how to. They're like order takers a lot of times. They know how to press the buttons that are there, and they know which ones have been said over and over, and they know the ones that they like. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the ones that they say over and over again probably have the highest sale and or the highest percentage of something, and it's that false narrative that's getting pushed very hard. And that's why this market thrives the way that it does on that false narrative, because it's the most abundantly consumed part. So yeah, I don't know. There's one 5 minutes from the house. It's nice to see y'all. Hell yeah, Gare. That's awesome. And like, access to cannabis in this capacity is really neat, but like, as the consumer, this is consumer beware. And that's why, like, I try to explain the best that I can what I know about it and what I've seen through dispensaries and things. So yeah, that's really it. I love the fuck out of this plant, and I think everybody deserves some access to it. And I think, it's I don't know. I think no matter how you consume it, I do believe there are better ways. I actually defend Drum and Guapo in saying that, like, heaters probably aren't the best thing for you, but like, in the same way I most guiltily eat fucking flaming hot Cheetos or flaming hot Cool Ranch Doritos or whatever, I too have bad smoking habits every once in a while, just because of that. Like, I don't know. It's a fabricated thing, right? Like the flavory thing, but you know, hey, it does the job as far as the make the head feel a little buzzy, the effedols kick in, a little bit more talkative or a little bit more relaxed. It's all there, at least for me. And it is there too when I do dabs, but I can't do big ones. Hurts me now. Too old. Don't hurt me with all the dabs. Sorry. Just crushing water bottles. You know, I do this because I don't like to throw away air. I don't know how many of you all have ever heard me say that before, but this is a real story. I crush them down, and then I recycle. You know, I like recycling. Kudos to recycling. But don't throw away air. How silly does that feel? Yeah, especially if you don't have space in your receptacle. Here we are. Heard it here first. Life hack. Crush your bottles, dude. Life hack. That's right. What do they say about can't? That's right. 100%. I like flour better. That's what I need. Gare? No, I do think that, honestly, no joke, I very much so believe that what I'm saying, it's hard maybe even to believe it from me, because like I'm like the weed guy kinda. I'm not trying to have a persona or nothing, but I think I carry that thing. I worked in the thing. Anyway, I just I think that the way that cannabis is being represented currently, and the heavy THC dominance, I just think that there is, you know, we've got to be breaking something somewhere. Something has to be breaking somewhere. And, you know, I'm not trying to hate on it. I don't really care. I do think that by taking a concentrate in a very small amount of it, maybe you've cleaned up the process to where smaller amounts like that are fine. But like, it is still just a very potent process. Yeah, I don't know. Because if we do the math, think about this. Okay, so back in the day, our cannabis, that brick shit that we were all talking about having, that had like 3, maybe to 5% THC on it. Okay? There was excess cannabinoids. There was a lot of plant material. We used to remember picking out the seeds and shit, but it worked. Okay? And if you smoked a full gram joint or a 2-gram joint or a blunt or a big bong or a pipe or whatever your method of consumption was, let's assume that it was a full gram. At a full gram, at 3%, let's even be generous and say 5%, has 50 milligrams of THCA that gets converted by 0.887%. So 13% of that goes away. You're looking at 6.5. So you're, what did I say? Fucking 43 and a half fucking milligrams of THC per entire gram. And we used to smoke that with 6 people. And it would get us in comfortable, right? Now, smoking the same 1-gram joint has 5 times the potency of what that stuff did. And back then, it worked fine. I'm not saying that we need to decrease THC numbers to some, like, like where we stop the integrity of the plant still has a good growth cycle and a healthy budding life, and capturing it at the right moments is fine, but like all I'm saying is we bred this thing purely for THC dominance now. And there are some people out there with some different strains, heavy CBDs, things with THCVs and CBCs and CBGs and whatever, right? But having excess cannabinoids, and those are the ones that sometimes have 1, 2, 3% of whatever the hell that is, and that's with sitting next to it still 20% THC, because we've learned to peak grab that thing at the THC moment. And that's okay. I'm not mad at it. I just believe that because of the amount that we're consuming and the way that they've made us consume it now, they want you to come back every day, multiple times a day, buy tons of joints, buy eighths and ounces, buy B buds and C buds, and we can't, it's just it's in drinks, it's in every form and method that you can imagine, and they just are trying to force this THC dosing thing, and I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at anybody who does it. I think that when it comes to the most medically beneficial properties of this plant, or elevating risk of long-term harm, we just don't know that. And I'm not like a medical professional, and I'm not able to measure whether it's beneficial or not at that scale. But I know a lot of people who have consumed a lot of cannabis for a long time. Most seem to be doing okay. I do have some buddies who are cannabis consumers that both died in their sleep, heart attacks, kind of whatever. And that's life, okay? But I don't want to. We don't have to push it either, right? There is a comfortable space in here. I'm confident that where the plant can be grown still organically and beautifully. Happy 11/11 to everybody. It can be grown beautifully and picked at its ripest, but how do we get it away from being grown for purely THC and we find more robust cannabinoid profiles to breed into this thing? Or is there a way to grow it where it still hits its peak but doesn't transition all the way through having THC as the main molecule, right? Like, and I know that that's because of when we're capturing the plant also, right? Because the cannabis molecule that is CBG and then goes through the transition of becoming a bunch of different other molecules as it breaks down and parts of its chain fall off. It collapses on itself. Anyway, everyone past that, why is it that the one is so dominant? And again, it's plenty beneficial in plenty of areas. But we all should be aware too. Just be careful and comfortable and don't overdo things. And I think we'll all be fine. Because then again, we have like Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg and all these guys who've been smoking way more than we have for way longer than we have. They seem to be doing all right. So again, I'm not preaching to anybody, but I do think it's worth talking about, and I do think it's worth everybody who is an advocate of it being aware that, for some people it may not be beneficial. And I believe that this is going to be beneficial for people who want to believe that it is and are looking for certain types of alleviations and comfort. And even if, like I've said all the time, if it's just a psychological kind of F it all, how do you navigate that the best to actually achieve what that F it all means to you? Because for some of us, it is to relax. Some of us, it is to get up and start going. But how are we able to articulate that in a better manner than just sativa, indica, THC, methods of ingestion? And they're important parts of what the plant is as a whole, but when we're only able to represent THC, 85% of the market is high percentage THC. I believe we're missing other parts of the plant, and I I'm only saying so because of how much benefit I've seen people who have used CBD get. All right, people who don't consume CBD with regularity, when they use it, that level of comfort that they find, it's just different. So, first, okay, agnostic, Anna included. Oh. Honestly, I used to like it better on the go. Yeah. I miss you already. Yeah. I fucking I say that we consume too much THC while I sit here smoking my Libra Luscious Lychee. Okay. Things have gone to a weird place where also we understand too, because I still am kind of like the budget consumer in some capacity. The 3 grams that's inside this thing, and level of risk. Granted, I've been talking about risk the whole time. Level of risk between this and some of the other things that are more clean that y'all are smoking, it does add some risk to it, but level of comfort, subjective, depending on if you find your right combinations of anything. I think it all exists out there. But budget friendly wise, holy cow, it's not even close. 3 grams is what a half gram costs, or a 0.3 even, of a convenient method of like good rosin inside of a card, right? So I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is for no, I think I could figure out the right answer. I think it just takes some trial and error, and each individual needs to kind of know themselves before they, you know, I don't know, before you blindly just walk into this thing and then go, okay, how do I get the most of what I need, and then I don't know anything about it. Because a lot of people are like, I just want pain relief, so give me any cannabis. And then they get some sativa and it whacks them out, or they get some edibles that, you know, are just THC dominant, they've never consumed before. But nah, I know that all of you don't. You'll be telling your friends the right way, and if you don't, just, you know, send them my way, and I will happily. I love to talk about cannabis and what, you know, the best ways of consumption are, and I think that, like I said, everybody can do whatever they want, but I do hope the plant goes back to more cannabinoids at the front, like 5, 6, 7 of them. And I do know that THC is still going to be kind of maximized currently, but that's because we bred for it to do that. And we've, yeah. But yeah. None of it's wrong. Cannabis consumption, especially if you do it responsibly, it's a hell of a cool thing that we're gifted and allowed to do. I'm blessed. Just like I said with my friend Al at the grocery store the other day. The fact that we get to stand in front of a cooler full of tombstones and home run ins. And I get it. Maybe that's the poison. Maybe that's the garbage. But there are plenty of people who don't have the privilege of eating either one of them. Starvation is still a real thing, and this ain't to be sad and shit, but it's real, right? I think just put life into some perspective, and I think the perspective that I've been blessed to come up with, and it's because I got such a great support network and a lot of the things, ideas that I have, especially this one. The support network fucking absolutely holds me up, man. Makes me fucking like I don't know. I feel um like this cannabis community is it's I don't know, man. I'm like hippy dippy and out kind of a bit here, and I'm not trying to get all fucking preachy either or ranting on the same shit. So but I I've seen a lot of cool things happen with cannabis, and THC seems to be the heavy predominant production of THC, the recycling system that is these vape carts that I have, and the Jeters and the whatever. Um, it's winning. It's because it's budget friendly. And how do we get good quality cannabis to become budget friendly? I think that's the real big answer, or the real big thing that, like, and I think, we all talk about it all the time. Some farmers markets with some local people would be sweet. To be able to know who was growing your stuff, to be able to trust them, to be able to see it. I think that it's like the only way for me that feels good enough to like satisfy what we're talking about, Get it, Gary? Yeah. The how do we find the balance between quality, affordability, and ultimately the least amount of long-term harm? And science is still out measuring what harm high THC cannabis has in the system. That's only within the last 20-30 years. We're all the test subjects. I'll oh, it's the Mr. Rourke, like, it's the only thing to me that makes sense of how we make the product affordable for people, and where they can get quality, organic, direct access to, and people who want to extract the plant into different mediums and make products out of it, like, they shouldn't be criminalized for it either. And that's like what I'm saying. I don't want to get hippy dippy out, right? But it's the only thing that makes sense. And because y'all, like I said, because y'all fucking having the same perspectives and listen to me fucking chat about this shit, it has to be right. It's got to be right. I'd love to hear another way that makes sense, where like everybody who's ever used this thing for like personal use is comfortable to see. But I also think like putting people behind bars for it still, that's crazy talk. Get away from it. But farmers markets for the win. How do we set that up? I don't like talking to politicians, though. I don't want to be a lobbyist by no means. But I don't mind talking on here and getting, like I said, the support network to go, yeah, you know what? Fucking kudos. And that's it. Two dope dudes. Guapo, what a fucking awesome badass you are. Thanks for putting that thing together. Cole out there doing it too. There's something special about this plant, man. And it's neat to be a part of it. It's neat to be part of the community that is still holding up the heart and the passion part of it, and aren't only worried about the profit in it, and hopefully at some point for all of us that as long as our voices stay relevant, as long as a few of us get together, and it can be Project 21, we could do some cool shit. Yeah. Mr. Rourke, I think you're absolutely right. having well, I went to that cannabis cup up in Michigan, one of the coolest events. Great music. Um, George Clinton, um, Wu Tang. Um, who's the kid that made fucking what was it? My Bud Tender Girl or something? What the hell is his name? And what is the name of the song? Anyway, yeah. So cool ass music. It was inside of a like racetrack, and there was tents as far as you could see. You could go up to every one of them, buy as much as you wanted off of them. Dab tents and food vendors and every type of candy. They had cannabis cup winners all over the place. Once they announced who won the cup, then you were trying to run over and get their flower and shit. Like it was one of the more fun events that I've ever been to in like a cannabis, and I think it could happen someday. But without advocates like all of you and people speaking about it correctly, and I think that this will be my closing statement to my too much THC rant. As long as we all who are still the smartest around this thing, as far as well, really methods of ingestion, cannabinoids, terpenoids, but culturally, how this plant should be used to spread peace and love and understanding. That core group right there, if we speak on cannabis as this THC rich powerhouse, I think that we misrepresent it, And so, and I know all of you, I've literally seen all of you type it before, and everybody that I've talked to before, percentages just don't matter. We all know that. That is an irrelevant, untangible, industry swayed, lab results paid process that just doesn't help push anything except for consumerism. And once we have a lot of THC in our system, it takes more and more and more and more and more and more to get to the point where we are that comfortable. And I think it's a hook and sinker in some, like, when everybody's talking about like the bad stuff, the bad preservatives or whatever, like, I'm not trying to be some crazy whistleblower or some, because I am fully pro THC. I believe in the molecule. It has a ton of applications, but I think the way that cannabis has been bred into it doesn't lend to the best ways. And it's not just me guesstimating. It's kind of when you read from both sides of the aisle, you got to kind of try and find where the middle is on it. And that's it. I think the thing is, robust cannabinoid profiles, OG fucking growing habits, organic. Yeah, I like the idea of all of it. But I'm also not a grower, so I don't know the answer. But I do know how you can consume it no matter what, in the best methods of ingestion with the best cannabinoids and the best terpenoids. I like to share with the people and my friends. But yeah, I love cannabis. Lucy, bark, bark. Yeah. And because they don't have like events like that, because I don't really need events like that either, I do like to hang out with my friends, which is all of you. So any of you who would like to hang out sometime, just let me know when. And if cannabis is involved during it, then we all know that we're going to probably enjoy that experience. And if you like food, I like food. If you like disc golfing, well, I do that too. But anyway, if you ever just need anything, just holler at your boy. drop me a email sometime, peaceloveandcope@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook, or, for those who have my phone number, text me up. But I uh I just want y'all to know I couldn't do without you. Yeah, I'd like to see you soon and smoke with you too. Tomorrow, 31 minutes from now is National Avocado Day. You can look it the fuck up, I promise you.
Avocado, 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 potato, 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 potato.
Hey, fentanyl ain't no good. Hey, fentanyl ain't no good. Hey, fentanyl ain't no good.
Disgusting.
Donuts. My friends, I know it's your birthday soon. Let's hang out. I hope you strike peace when you seek it. I hope you find love when you need it, and I hope you can cope when you feel it. Peacekeepers, thank you all. Honestly, tonight's been one of my favorite times of chatting. For anybody who mentioned anything throughout the time, you're the best. I actually know who you are. Let me tell you right now. Drummer83, the Guapo, Chi-Town Hi-Fi, Gary Cornett, Mr. Rourke, Ghost, Dudley Dawson, Hallie Bread Bullies, Anthony Wasco, Chi-Town Hi-Fi, Mr. Nugs, Minnesota Organics, Dr. Danknugs, Gawani Ostinako, Smokin' Joe, Deputy Lucy. For all the other of my friends, Anita and Lucy, anybody else, Wasco, Timmy B. I know that we had a couple of friends sitting together through the experience. I love you all. You're fucking the best people in the world. Thanks for loving this plant as much as I do and letting me talk your ear off about it. And until next Thursday, when we will be in August, which is close to, I think there's a few more birthdays coming up, but I know Drummers is, and because there's a birthday with my brother. So, anywho, I love all of you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for being fantastic people. Gary, your birthday's coming up soon too. Stay lit, stay sexy, and stay awesome, and have a good evening, y'all. Gary, I couldn't have said it better myself. Um, Mr. Rourke, let's disc golf soon. Dudley Dawson, hope to see you also. Drum, we're gonna make it happen. Gary, come on, man. Either come up or I'll come down. Chi-Town Hi-Fi, we need a golf soon. Golly, you know what I mean? Wapo, hope to hang out with you soon. Well, I know that I like that. Gawani, Osinaga, okay. I'm not coming to Florida anytime soon, but I'm not opposed to it. It's really fucking hot down there. But it's really fucking hot up here too. So, but if you, it's 69 degrees here currently. Corner here, there on the screen, and it's clear. It's a clear 69. So sleep on that. I love y'all. Um, good night, peace, lovers. So good. That it's 89 here. Oh, it's 69 here. Fuck that. Wani, I don't know about that. But oh, you know what you guys do? Got what the hell is it? Sweet scoops. Oh my fucking goodness. I'll come down just for the ice cream. They used to be a front for a cocaine dealer, I think. Said that's crazy as hell that they said that, but that's what they said. Somebody in there. Yep. A random person told me that. Well, sometimes you gotta believe it, but they make great ice cream. All right. Ball golf, yes. Whoa. um, I think that it might have already gone on the all golf thing or the cannonball golf scramble. No, I don't know about that either. Tell me about it. I love ball golfing. Oh, I played so good last week, Wednesday. I'm telling y'all, listen, I love golfing. It is, I would rather golf than disc golf. People don't hate me, okay? I love disc golfing too. It's literally one of my favorite things in the world to do. But ball golf is very expensive and it takes a way longer time. But fuck me, do I love ball golfing. It is one of the coolest. I didn't say, please, Mr. Rourke, I would like that. $600 for a foursome. depends in what context you read that. It might be worth it. It might not. If you, I'm, we played doubles though. Okay, so I had my buddy. He had my back, but we had each other's back. Man, we drove. He drove the par five. He got on the green and two. One of the sickest holes I've ever seen. It was okay. Not that y'all need to know. It was fucking. Um, yeah, I know, Mr. Rourke. Please don't hate. Ball golf is like that was the first sport I ever touched in my life. And I loved it. From the moment that I picked up a club, when I was little, my grandfather chopped some clubs down for me. And when I say little, I mean I was probably 7 or 8. Maybe I know I had some clubs before that, but like he chopped some clubs up and made them like specially sized for me, right? Like he didn't cut them. We went and got them sized for me. And I played, yeah, I played through high school and shit. Yeah. No, 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 not none, no hate taken. But I will justify my ball golf experience. Um, also, disc golf, man. Oh, you know, spinning around like that is killing me sometimes. 2 rounds in a day, that is death to me nowadays. I probably should just lose weight, do some exercise, and all right. I get my ass kicked by own fucking Scoggins. You know what I mean? Anyway, we all would. Don't make jokes. It's funny shit, but um, I get beat by my girlfriend. And yeah, anyway, don't go there. Okay. I love you all for real. I will see you next Thursday and we'll do it all again. Thanks again for hanging out. Let me hit this one more time.